Check, check. Good pizza. Mighty slice.
Yo, welcome back to the Good Pizza Podcast. It's your boy JPZ, your host with the most. Check this out. Today, we're going to break some bread with you, smoke some good tree with you, do some dabs with my homie, and we're going to talk good pizza. On the show, we'd like to show our cannabis journeys, where it's taken us, all the things we went through on our journey, and where we're going. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share the podcast, Cougines, please. Also, we have some new merch dropping on the website, so go to goodpizza.com and go get you some swag. I want to do a quick shout out today to some people that are no longer here with us. This was on my heart to do today. We're going to start off with, and these are all legends that we all know. We'll start off with Ray Liotta. I'm going to say most of all, Tony Sirico, which was Paulie Walnuts, who you'll see on my shirt. Mr. What do you hear? What do you say? He is my spirit animal. It's really sad to see you go. James Caan, who's Sonny Corleone in The Godfather. Most recently, Paul Sorvino, who was Uncle Paulie, or Paul, who played Paul Vario in Goodfellas. We all know and love him as one of our mob movie guys.
Shout out to Uncle Paulie.
Shout out to Uncle Paulie. And in the real mafia world, in the La Cosa Nostra world, Giovanni John Riggi died. He was the last Don from New Jersey, from the old school, and he ran the Elizabeth crew, and he was part of the DiCavalcante family before they even called it DiCavalcantes, which is who allegedly they wrote The Sopranos after. So rest in peace to you guys. We're gonna miss you. Today, on episode 12, we have a special guest. He is a Florida native who one day decided to pack up and move to sunny California. Worked his way through a few well-known cannabis companies only to land himself as the head buyer manager at Mainstage, one of the most popular dispensaries in Sacramento and now Davis. I know we share some of the same experiences in the game coming from the East Coast, so I'm excited to share and compare the dynamics of our come-ups coast to coast like Space Ghosts. So, Caleb, thank you for joining us today, my friend.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate you having us.
Thank you.
Or having us, for me having you, or you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
We're all here to break bread.
Yeah, we're breaking bread, smoking good pizza, man. So, this fucking guy. So, yeah, man, let's, I'd like to start way back. What was Caleb up to as a little kid, and we'll move on, man. Like, what was it like a day in the life of young Caleb?
Oh, man.
Back in the day, man. Where'd you grow up, man?
I grew up in, I was born in Pensacola, Florida.
Okay.
Moved to Tallahassee, Florida, the capital, when I was about 8.
All right.
Shout out to Roy Jones.
Yeah. And then, just played football, played basketball.
Oh, cool.
I grew up out in the country and stuff like that.
Okay.
So not in the town, a small town.
Sure.
Is it true that outside of Miami and the cities, it's the South?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Once you start about Central Florida, go south. That's not real Florida. That's South Beach. We grew up in the sticks, the mud, you know what I mean?
Right.
The swamps, baby.
The swamps, But, so we just kind of, I just did my thing, and then...
Good kid? Like,
were you a good
mischievous?
Kid? Were you a good kid,
I wasn't really mischievous at all. I didn't smoke or drink until I was like 15, 16.
Okay.
Kind of stayed away from it.
Who showed you the light?
Man, I was over at my homie's house one day. They were smoking, and I was like, man, I love the smell of it, but I don't want to ever be high or anything like that. And
sure.
Because you think of all this, whatever they tell you.
Sure, yeah. All those lies they told you.
All the lies they told
Slackers.
you. And I'm watching my best friends just mow through a box of Lucky Charms playing Mario Kart, just dying laughing.
That doesn't look like fun.
And I was like, damn, I'm not laughing, and I'm not eating cereal. So I was like, let's try some weed, man. So I went to Home Depot and got little metal pieces from the little...
hell yeah.
Put a little pipe together.
Classic.
Sat in the backyard. Smoked some straight Mexican brick weed.
Okay. I was about to say, damn, did you have some gas?
Hell no, man. This is probably more seeds and stems than there is actual flower.
Oh, yeah.
But,
circa what year was this, my friend? I'm just trying to get the timeline on the brick weed.
3?
Okay.
2002, 2003.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 2002, 2003. Just started to finally I got stoned. Was like, man, this is amazing. Then, paranoid, got to go home.
Oh yeah.
Got parents out there, and I'm going straight to my bedroom to go play video games.
Oh yeah. You motherfucking right.
And it was just like bam, and then just that's every other week, get high, get it, and then finally parents started catching on. It's my dad, R.I.P. to him.
R.I.P. Pops, man.
He started catching on. He was like, man, you always go eat food in the living or in the bedroom. You're always just playing video games, lock the door. You're just laughing.
you locking the door?
Yeah, like laughing to yourself. And I was like, and then finally, my mom found out when the cops brought me home one day when I was 15.
Ooh.
We were hotboxing out this little back country road, and
Shady hotbox.
It was like 3 of us just sitting there, and then I see these headlights pull up, and obviously I'm like, damn, it's the only like abandoned road, and there's a car coming down it. So we're just sitting there freaking out. Like he comes and knocks on the door and gets us all out there.
Did y'all air out first, or did you just?
Oh no! As soon as he opened the door, let him have it straight up. Might as well. We knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah, we're stuck.
I'm in the middle of nowhere. So he just, coming down on us, dude. We're telling us we're going to be degenerates, pieces of shit our whole life. He was like, what do you like to do? And I was like, man, I like to cook. I was in culinary classes at school.
Okay.
And he was like, well, you're going to get a fresh start at the prison when I take you in today. Ooh. And I was like, I'm not really too concerned with the law, or not knowing the law too much, but I'm 15, so I'm pretty sure you're going to have to take me home or call my mom first.
Yeah, bro.
And he's like, oh, you're a smart ass. So end up, we had one of the guys that was with us was like 17 or something, and they ended up taking him to jail because he was supplying us.
Oh man!
And they blamed everything on him, and I was like, damn. They took me and my homie, gave us like some community service hours or something like that.
Sure.
My mom's like losing it.
She's pissed, dude.
Oh man, weed's a gateway drug. You're gonna be. What else are you gonna be doing at this point?
You just killed your future.
So
it's over, Caleb.
Yeah, man. And then she kind of cooled off on it. Was like, I guess you could be doing worse stuff. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Just all my grades weren't. I mean, actually, my grades were pretty fucking terrible. But then that led into grades being terrible. I quit football. I was like, I hate football. The school I went to, like, they were on the coming off the verge of like 4 back-to-back state championships.
Right. Yeah.
All these dudes are going to Division I college. Sure. I'm like, man, I'm like a little chunky ginger ass kid. Like, I ain't getting 6'5" and running 4.2s and stuff like that. I'm gonna call it quits.
So you knew when to pull the plug.
Yeah. So I did that.
I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah, man, that was cool with that, dude.
That's cool, man.
And then we did got a job. My first job was the melting pot.
Nice, dude.
So that was cool.
What's that?
Whipping up that cheese, the
it's like a
fondue
fondue spot.
Okay.
So they put a little pot down. You just pay to serve yourself, pretty much. It's super expensive to cook your own food. It's stupid, but it's cool, especially to be 15.
It's an eating experience, right?
Yeah, 15, 16, and especially coming from nothing. That's the most expensive restaurant in town.
Yeah.
So I got in, and all those dudes are all college kids at like Florida State, and was just like, man, I could probably make some extra money. I think minimum wage at that time was $5 an hour.
Hell yeah.
So $5.25. And this wasn't cutting it at all. I'm seeing all these guys make hella money off of tips and stuff or whatever else they were doing in the kitchen. So I noticed they all smoked weed. And I was like, man, took my first paycheck, went and bought an ounce of weed, and then just flipped it to them.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, all right. So this started going good.
Yeah. Perfect.
And that didn't last much longer. I started after, I think, my second or third ounce of weed, I saw that that was more than my paycheck for 40, 50 hours that week.
Right.
So I was like, called in and was like, if y'all need weed still, I got you, but I can't do this working thing. I can't do this. So my mom didn't find out for that. Like, I just disappeared like 5 o'clock at night and disappeared. Come back home at 11:30. Like.
Oh, that's nice. You set yourself up a little trap schedule.
Yeah.
Nice.
My mom's like, oh, how was
she didn't know he didn't have his job no more.
Trap back to him, and then I'd come home with some steaks from the kitchen and something like, oh yeah, work was
fucking right.
Work was awesome. And then she finally caught on.
How'd she catch you, man?
I think it was just me being too fucking high and like saying like I was at work, and then she popped up and was like, I just want to see you at work or some shit like that. And I don't know,
dude.
And I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. I don't even know what the excuse was.
Exactly.
I was like, you got me.
You got me.
Yeah, it's just like, let's just
excellent.
keep the shit moving.
So yeah, then we
So you start flipping O's, right?
Yeah, started flipping.
You were in
O's.
high school?
Yeah, I was in high school.
Cool, that sounds about right. When did you get your first like pack, bro? Like when did
So I moved so about a year after quitting that, my mom just kind of like didn't know what to do, so she moved me to my my real father, my sperm donor's fucking
Sure.
spot in Louisiana. I lived in Lafayette, Louisiana for a little while.
No
And that
shit,
was
dude.
That was a totally different environment out there. Like them Louisiana guys that's a different breed of
It's
people,
different,
man.
yeah.
It's
How so?
The
'Cause I've never
Bayou
been.
brothers.
it's you talk about like culture, man. Like the first year you're there, your history class is just Louisiana history.
Oh,
so you don't do
shit.
American history, you don't
What?
do world history, geography, or anything like that. It's just Louisiana history.
Damn, dude.
And just again, it's a very I don't know, economically challenged state.
Sure,
You know,
sure.
and then I moved a year before Katrina, so I went through Katrina there. So that really devastated all the little towns around it. Like
Sure.
we had all the people migrating to the city because, you know, the displacements and
Yep.
stuff like that, which
Yep.
was crazy.
And that turned things up in the cities, I heard.
Yeah, it
Around
did. And so I moved out there and I didn't really know anybody. So I had to like do the whole I'd go to the store and buy a Swisher and I'd see somebody at the car or something I thought might have some weed. I'd
Yeah.
start breaking it down in the trash can until somebody would be like,
Yo,
"Yo, I got that fire," or
oh, that's
something
a
like
good
that.
fucking way to ask for
You
some
know,
weed,
so
bro.
it was like I have to do it, and I finally found this dude. I don't know. I think I was 17. He was like 38.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Super weird ass thing, but he always had it we called it mids or popcorn mids from Arizona or whatever.
Yeah, we call it Zona in Jersey.
Yeah. Arizona mids.
Arizona. Y'all actually called it mids?
Yeah, yeah.
No shit. I didn't even hear that word yet.
Yeah, we called
Cool.
it mids and everything
Cool.
like that. And I don't know. Then finally, ended up my dad fucking caught me smoking, and he was hated. He was like, "Oh, you might as well be doing heroin."
He
Blah,
jumped
blah,
right
blah.
up to heroin.
And I was like,
Damn.
"Damn, that's kind of crazy. That's
That's
a big
jump,
gap,
dude.
So he dropped me off at a bus station in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, like in the south side of it, which just literally handed me my shit, handed me $50. And I haven't talked to him since.
Are you fucking serious, bro?
Yeah. Crazy ass,
Damn, dude.
just over. He called me with a joint. Yeah.
And was completely done with the nigga. Like,
Completely done with it, dude. It was
What
so
the
fucking gnarly.
Fuck, bro.
What?
Did that fuck you up as a kid? Or you like, fuck yeah?
Not really. It kind of did. It was like, damn, that dude just gave up on me like that. But
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
once I got to a certain, so my mom is like, pulls out, she's got all these
pissed.
boxes of files, and she's like, I've been trying to show you this since you were a little child, but I wanted to keep it kosher between us, you know, as a parent. I didn't want to bring in our beef and stuff like that. And,
Sure.
hopefully he could be a good guy. So this motherfucker almost bankrupt Mutual Omaha, which is one of the largest
I know
insurance, life
Mutual
insurance.
Omaha,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
dude.
he got federally indicted for that. He's banned from the state of Florida.
Oh, shit. I don't know anybody's banned from state.
Not the state that he can't go there and visit. He just can't own any type of insurance. He can't buy any type of houses. He can't do any type of that
Got
stuff
you,
like
got
that.
you, got you.
So the dude was a savage. He's been he was just married. Like, man, that's a fucking
Yeah, he's a
was
whole
another
show.
episode, huh?
That was a whole other episode. Dude. They're that shit was. I was like, damn, mom, y'all hit this for y'all did a good job parenting.
Yeah,
you know?
right,
Hell yeah.
right, man.
And that is good because you don't want to. You don't want to be the parent to be the one harping,
Right.
saying he's a
Yeah.
piece of shit.
Right.
You want your kid to figure it
want
out
your
on
kid,
his
yeah.
own.
Crazy. I
So
was
that
just,
they don't just
And that's,
So your mom's a salve for doing
Yeah,
that. Like,
100%. All
you
respect
want
for her.
Yeah,
She-
because you would have had a chip on your shoulder with her. She was telling you how bad he
Yeah.
was your whole life. You
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know.
Well,
him.
no,
You
exactly.
put this picture in your head of who you think he is and shit.
I literally had this conversation with my daughter last night. I was like, yo, I thought there was going to be a, because she's 19 now, you know what I'm saying? I've been raised her since she was 6 months.
Right.
So I was like, Kayla, I thought I was going to have this conversation with you one day. Like, either my chance to kick this piece of shit's back in or your chance to tell me fuck him or whatever.
Yeah.
And she just got it. You know what I mean?
Right.
They just get it.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean? It
It's
is, it is
better.
or it ain't.
Yeah,
You know?
and it's better. It keeps your guys'
Yeah.
relationship
I didn't have to
solid.
be, yeah, exactly. I didn't have to say nothing.
So I'm sure it probably hardened you a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But obviously, I had the great support of who I call my dad, my stepfather.
Right.
That's awesome, man.
And he's pretty much has been there since I was 3.
Exactly.
That's a
So
beautiful
he has
thing,
done
bro.
ride or die,
Yeah.
doing whatever.
It's a
Like,
beautiful thing.
So
dude,
you didn't
we'll
have
get
a
more
void.
into it, but
Yeah.
yeah, he's a savage, dude. Like, so that made it easier, I guess.
Right.
So that was cool.
Exactly.
So we met the homeboy in where the fuck were you?
Louisiana.
Kentucky? Louisiana?
Louisiana.
Nah,
So boom, now you got your first pack. Go.
no, he got dropped off.
Oh, no,
Oh, you
back-
got dropped off.
off at a
all
bus
right, so
station
now
by his
we're
pops.
all right, to get to my first
Sorry, I
pack,
thought you got the
And
pack.
he's back in Florida.
So yeah, so my
Got
buddy went down to Miami when I got back to Florida. And he pulled a little move down there. I don't ask questions or anything like that, but he came back with a trunk full. Probably, I don't know, like it was like 100 pack, probably like 15 PS2s, a bunch of Jordans and stuff like that. And he's like, don't ask, don't tell.
For sure.
Got packs, and I'm like, oh yeah, dude. And he's like, well, I just want like $800-900. They're all indoor premium. I haven't even seen this much weed ever in my life.
Right.
And I've never. And he was like, dude, just take it all, Caleb. He was like, you know all the white boys in the city and stuff like that, bro. Like, go dump it to them.
Oh shit,
and I was like,
bro.
Man, I'm scared of jail and all this shit like that. I'm like, man, let me just take I took 1 pound.
Right.
And I went and I was like, fuck, moved it, showed everybody, and they're like, hell yeah. Then he gave it to me at a dirt cheap price.
Right.
And so I'm like, fuck it, dude. So I'm starting to sell them for $300-400 an ounce. So this is
That's right.
bam, bam, bam,
What were the
bam.
packs for back then? I mean, it was a fell
That
off
one-
the truck pack.
That one was a fell off the truck one, but they were going for
average. And what year, if you don't mind, so I can put it on my
So-
timeline.
between 2006 or 2008 and 2011 before I moved out here.
Okay.
It was between 4 to 6,000 for just like
Yeah.
Indoor pack.
indoor
Yeah.
packs. Semi fire, like straight from Cali, like
Yeah.
North
Yeah.
Cali, everything like that. So
Sounds
no, like
about
booth
right.
or anything.
What
But yeah,
strains, real quick?
a lot of fucking Blue Dream,
Yep.
a
we were
lot of
selling
Pure
the same
Kush,
shit.
a lot
Yep.
of Purple Urkel, Grape Apes.
Would you get any purple cushes? PKs?
Or the
Got
granddaddy.
PKs, I got Granddaddies. And then
Granddaddies,
those started
yeah.
kind of falling off a little bit, started getting
Facts.
weird.
Yeah.
And then but yeah, it was really shit, what's some other ones? Oh, Bubba's.
Bubba's fire,
Flu, Platinum
bro.
Kushes,
Platinum Kush, yep.
terrible ass Blackberry Kush.
Blackberry sucked. It never got me
Dude,
high, bro.
No, it was bullshit.
Like the name was cool because you were from out of town. You're like,
yeah,
oh,
and people
Blackberry.
loved it for the first like 5 packs, and they're like, "Is this weed?"
It's not getting me high, bro. And it was definitely outdoor, and we were fucking spending $5K for it.
Yeah, it
whatever
was
we were
terrible,
spending.
dude.
33. I think by the time Blackberries hit my area, I was paying like 33, and I was like, "Fuck, this is the best. This is the deal of the year." Motherfuckers.
Yeah,
Kill it.
but
Go
yeah,
ahead, continue.
but that was really when I met my. So I had went through that phase. Then
Did
I
you
met
run
my,
through that box? My bad.
Yeah, I kind of helped him move through a lot of it.
Nice.
But it was definitely, if I would have took advantage of it and not been such like a pussy at the time,
Yeah.
I could have moved that whole thing.
Right.
Like,
So-
got out here way quicker.
Yeah.
Got it.
But so I ended up meeting this dude from Miami, and he was like the plug, like anything, everything he wanted.
nice.
He was the man. He's the one that taught me about dabs. He'd go to California and do all that shit.
No shit.
Straight trapper, straight trapper.
He was taking them trips early.
But yeah, he was taking them early. I mean, he was like 18, 19, and dude, he had probably 3 or 4 apartments in Tallahassee, all over College Town. He had grow houses in Tallahassee. Like if you're growing like a light,
Damn, bro.
like a plant gets you like 5 years.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? At
Same
that
in
time,
Jersey,
yeah,
bro.
dude.
Terrible.
And so
Growing
he's
is
like-
worse.
And that's a sketchy drive. I don't know if you've ever done Miami or just have you ever.
So
ran
let's
the
talk
state?
about that. Let's talk about that. So from Tallahassee to Miami, how far is that? How many
7.5
hours? Okay, so for me, that's like Jersey to North Carolina or South Carolina, right? Shady as fuck.
Was that the
bro.
95?
95,
Yeah,
baby.
same 95.
Right on the way to
Yep,
you.
that's-
Yep.
Here to Oregon.
It's like yeah, right. It's going up 5.
San
Yeah.
Diego.
San
It's like
Diego.
your Route 5.
San Diego.
That's our 95. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, some memories down that fucking road.
Man, that is scary.
That highway sucks.
And then the Florida side is
Yeah, because you're all in Florida, though, so you're
What's
going
the-
through all these little towns, all these
small-ass
little
towns,
municipalities
podunk towns,
with bored-ass cops
bored ass cops, super just redneck.
with the fucking hat and the whole thing.
Oh man, yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah.
They're terrible, man, and that's all they're looking for. Don't give you like a different county tag, like just because they know, like, why are you in our town?
Oh, you got county tags?
Yeah,
Oh,
so,
that's
like,
terrible,
So they got
bro.
county tags, and then like obviously they know you're coming from Leon County. You look like a college kid. You just made it down to Miami, some random part of Miami, not South Beach or
Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
Like Hialeah or some shit. like
Yeah,
that.
bro. I know the
And
vibe.
So doing that. So thankfully I was like, dude, I would just eat your prices. He would do that. He would do that trip 3 or 4 times a week. Or whatever. He was probably moving a good 400 or 500 a week. And
he was just driving Dolo.
just drive him dolo, dude. Or him and his girl sometimes would do it.
That's sometimes not better when you got shorty with you.
And he was smart. He would go down, drive one car down and then drive another car
Nice,
back and
nice.
then vice versa on the next trip.
Smart, bro.
Like he was
Smart.
cool with it.
We used to
And,
pay fools to follow us. And be like, hey, you
Yeah.
trying to make 100, 200? I'm like, yo, come on, man. I'm going in the hood. Just stay on my fucking bumper.
Yeah, don't let anybody get
If
between
something
me.
happens,
Yeah.
you know what to do. I'll pay your deductible and I'll bail you out because you're going to boop, blip the boys real quick and keep going. Continue.
Yeah, no. That's exactly, man. And
Shout out to
So when
Books,
was
RIP.
the? So even during this time, you're already thinking about Cali. When
I mean, I've always thought about Cali. Obviously, when you start smoking, like you get really into weed and stuff like that, and you like everything. You
the
just,
Mecca.
The
Yeah, the Mecca. Wasn't it like overwhelming just thinking about we were like, damn,
Well, it
like,
was, and
California, man.
it
Fuck.
was, and I was just like, and everybody's telling you, we're in a small town, and they're like, man, you're never gonna make it out there. You'll be back. And
Oh,
like,
yeah.
blah, blah, why are you going out there?
The non-dream
Like-
chasers.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm
Like
saying?
some of the homies that live in Florida have never been to a beach.
Right.
You know what
Yeah,
I mean? And you're like
yeah,
50 miles
bro.
away. No matter where you're
Bruh.
from in
Best
Florida,
beaches
you're
in the
near a
country.
beach.
I know niggas here
Yeah, they've never been like
in
Cabo
Sacramento.
or something, or been
Yeah,
to,
I
even
bet.
the Bay
I
or
know
something.
people that ain't been on planes.
Yeah.
Like that is wild.
It's wild.
So when you're talking to people like that, and they're like, and you're just smoking, and years go by, and they're just like, see, it's never happened, and then finally just pack up. But it took in between. So I lost my Miami Connect, and I was sitting there buying some. I'm trying to find weed again like that,
Right.
like good weed again.
So bad.
I keep seeing. My buddy his little brother brings some weed over, and I was like, damn, this is hella fire, dude. This is better than the shit I was getting.
Nice.
And so my brother, my little brother's smoking it, and he was like, dude, I know where he gets this weed from. And I was like, do you? And I was like, well, let's find me, dude. Like, find that guy for me,
tap
bro.
in.
You feel me?
And my little brother was like, till like a week later, I met this dude at like a Home Depot or some shit like that.
Perfect.
Just pulled up,
Shout out
chopped it
to
up a
Home
little
Depot.
bit, and didn't even exchange packs or money. Just kind of like
Feel-
slowly put a face to each other.
Feeling each other out.
And
Yeah.
then he was like, I'm flying back out. Just give me addresses. And I was like, all right. And he's like, so we went back to his house. A couple weeks later, when I got a first address, he flew back in, showed me how to pack the money and send it back out.
Damn, he actually showed
So-
you in person. That's money, bro.
So he flew
Hell
back
yeah.
out, and then I never saw him again probably for like, a year and a half. Barely even talked to him.
Yeah.
Would just could call, and he'd be like, go to this, and I'd go to like a boat dock off of like some lake, and some random dude would just come knock on my trunk, drop a box in, and then pull off.
What the
It'd be like
fuck?
10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And wouldn't even talk to this guy. Wouldn't even talk to my guy. I'd just shoot a text
Oh,
to a number
wow.
and be like, it landed.
Beautiful.
And he wouldn't even say anything back until like the deadline when it was like, when's the money due?
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Wouldn't
yeah.
even respond to me once it landed or some shit like that.
Yeah, we're not doing no small talk over here.
No. So then it started just getting, it was, bro, he was like, I got somebody out here, and he was like, as many addresses you can give me, I can get you boxes.
Damn.
And I was just
that's
like,
money.
all right, well, let's
Alright.
try it, dude. Let's
Well,
see.
that's
So I
up.
started doing it. We just started hitting the ground running, and it was, it was
pretty good.
yeah, it was gnarly, man. Like, started doing my trip.
That
Went to-
changes the game.
Went to New
bro.
York for the first time.
Did you?
Yeah,
Nice.
flew out there for like a spring break.
It's funny how dudes, it'd be hard to say it
Yo,
was like
time
super awesome. Like, it was, that's how
Right.
dudes be. It was, yeah,
It was
we
coming
did
from,
all
like-
right.
it
We
was
did all
coming from, like,
right.
small money to,
He
like,
kicked
you
ass.
know, like-
Yeah, bro.
He was
Hey,
out
were
there
you, were you
kicking
the
ass.
first one? Wait, hold on, Ty. Before I address this question, did you just say you went to New York for spring break?
I did, bro.
That sounds so crazy to me, bro.
So it was so
Because
crazy.
we go to Florida for spring break.
So
you feel me?
me and my buddy were moving these packs and everything like that, and he's like, bro, he goes, we always go to the same beaches in Florida, bro. He was like, let's go somewhere different. And I'm like, let's go to New York.
Couldn't be more different. Yeah.
And he was like, fuck it, let's go. So I get all packed up. We get to the airport, and he's like looking at me, dressed in straight Florida, dude.
Yeah.
Short flip flops.
yeah.
And he was like, did you look at the weather at all? And I was like, bro, it's spring break. Everywhere's like nice, I think. And he was
I
like,
think.
turns his phone around, and he was like, it's 45 and raining in New York. And I'm already at the airport. I have nothing but shorts and flip flops.
Oh, yes. Let's go.
And I'm like, fuck, dude. So as soon as we land there, I land in Jersey.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, damn it, dude, like, we have to hit the mall up. I gotta go spend fucking some ungodly
Yeah.
amount
You
of
go
money
to
on
Jersey
some clothes,
Gardens? You went
huh?
to Jersey Gardens Mall?
No, I don't know. My buddy took me somewhere.
Big ass mall? Or no?
And no, it wasn't that big.
Okay.
Shit, it might have even been like a Marshalls or some shit like
For
that.
sure,
Dude,
for
I don't
sure.
even a shopping center.
Yeah.
But yeah, when they fucking vibed in New York, that was fun. Ended up getting arrested.
Did you? For what?
Yeah,
What you-
smoking. Yeah, I got out of the strip club in Times Square. Score? Was it
Okay,
Score or something
okay.
like that?
Yeah, what year was this?
This was 2011,
Okay.
2010 maybe.
Okay.
But yeah, that was rough, man. Them dudes, they pulled up in a taxi cab. It was like 4
Chill,
a.m.
bro.
soon as I passed the joint, they hop out of the taxi cab, slammed us up against the wall.
You feel me? Terrible shit, bro.
Oh man,
Took
it
you
was
to the
terrible,
Tombs.
bro. Took us to like precinct 16 or something like that.
Oh. What was the charge?
Smoking in public and they did something with the passing, distributing or some shit like that.
Jesus.
Dude, the judge
Just
laughed at it, didn't even say anything. I just did 12 hours in the
Did 12 hours in the
cell
cell,
and
yeah.
had to go to court, the little morning court thing or
yeah.
whatever.
And that was that.
And then it was pay a $2,000 fine and whatever.
Damn, bro.
So I just gave that to him.
Yeah. Run that.
Little souvenir.
You know, I was like,
Little
damn,
souvenir from a
3
trip.
days in New York. You know?
That's impressive, bro. That's never happened
Really?
to me.
No, I know, dude. I was
You know
like,
what I'm
damn,
saying?
dude. Everybody was like, God, that's crazy. And then the funniest thing is 2 weeks later, I was going up to Atlanta. Got pulled over in Atlanta. They gave me a DUI for smoking a joint. Took me to jail for a joint there.
Another 12 hours.
So I did that another 12 hours. And that you talk about a terrible place to. So I got arrested in Warwick, Georgia.
Okay.
There's not even a jail in Warwick. They got to drive you over to Cordele, Georgia. And like you talk about some like just good old boys.
Oh.
Like terrible as fucking could be. I kind of got into it with it because I was like, dude, why'd you pull me over? Blah, blah, blah. And he just is like making all this shit up.
Yeah, yeah.
Ended up taking me to jail.
Small town cop. Do whatever you want.
Yeah, and I was like,
Let's
he
put
pulled
it
out an
tough boys.
iPhone. And I was like, damn, bro, y'all have that type of technology here? And he was like, you know I don't have to give you a bond, right? And I'm like, no, you're right.
Yeah, you're right. Cool. Touche.
Touche.
Yeah.
You got that.
got
That was a
that,
funny
bro.
story. I ended up having to go to actual court for that. I called an attorney in Augusta, Georgia. And he's like, where'd you get arrested at? I was like, Warwick. And then he was like, court's in Cordele, isn't it? And I was like, yes, sir. And he was like, I've never lost a case in Warwick, Georgia. He's like, big. And I'm like, all right, dude, cool.
Let's go.
He's like, just show up, dude. We don't even need to do anything. Show up to the courthouse. Don't even know what my attorney looks like. I already
Right.
paid him $5,000 for this whole thing.
Right.
This dude's like 6'6", like, I don't know. He looks like you ever watch Harry Potter or whatever?
Kind of, sort of.
Oh, he's like one of that big ogre looking dudes that takes care of Harry or some shit.
Oh, no
like,
shit.
But he looks just like that. Walks up to him and he goes, Mr. Williamson? I was like, yes, sir. And he was like, we're good to go. He goes, me and the judge were roommates in law school. He goes, that's why I don't lose in Warwick. And I was like, what the
God
hell
bless
is
America.
this? Like scamming shit.
You feel me?
So we get up to the stand.
Keep his
He
card.
peeled 1,000 off for the judge, homie,
Oh, dude.
for sure.
He literally, like, he calls me up to the stand. He goes, well, judge, whatever. And he was like, I need you to walk out to the parking lot and look at my my client's car. And I'm like, you get the judge to walk out of a courtroom? We walk out there. He starts looking at my car, and he was like, yeah, he's from Florida. And he was like, well, in the documentation, he says the cop pulled him over because he couldn't tell what state he was from, which isn't proper reason to pull.
Right.
Whatever. The judge looks at the sheriff and goes, sir, weren't you a sheriff in Miami-Dade County, Florida? And he goes, yes, sir, for 12 years. And he goes,
Oh,
so why can't you tell a Florida tag next to a Georgia tag or another tag? And he goes, well, and he goes, was it raining? And he goes, and then my lawyer cuts back in, and he's like, no, I have the tapes. It was sunny, beautiful, and everything like that. And then he was like, looks at him and goes, and you forgot to put, and looks at the sheriff, he's like, you forgot to put that the car smelled like weed or cannabis or whatever. And he was like, and he goes, well, I have no case here now, so we got to throw all this out. I'm like, hell
pow,
yes. dude,
ping,
this is
let's
awesome,
go, bro. Oh, man, that's good,
It
man.
was almost worth the $5,000.
It
Yeah,
was, dude.
right?
Just to
It was
watch
just-
that.
Sit back and watch that,
man.
bro.
Like, I was like, damn, this is crazy. Like, I sent him like
Man.
a bouquet of flowers and like chocolates. And
Goddamn
stuff like that.
right.
bro.
With, like little cards, like, can I get my half a joint back so I can like frame that most expensive fucking half a joint?
Yeah, dude.
But
He's a friend of the family now.
no, that was a crazy one.
So what were the drug laws like in like Tallahassee? Like what were the
So
main charges?
over
like?
20 grams is a felony.
Ooh, yeah,
So,
same, bro.
Yeah,
Same
over
in
20
Jersey.
grams is a felony. My brother got caught the day after he turned 18. He got caught with 22 grams in a scale, and he had to do 9 months in jail.
Wow, bro.
Yeah.
I was about to ask you what's the most fucked up thing that happened to one of your friends, but I feel
That
like,
probably
is that
my
it?
brother,
Is that
just because that was my
bad?
closest, and that was the smallest. Like I had
22
hella homies
grams.
with weight and stuff. going to
Right,
jail
right,
and stuff
right.
like- And you're like,
And
got
what are they
caught with a
doing for
brick
some
or
weight?
two. You know what I mean?
Oh, some yak?
Yeah,
that
yeah.
kind of
Like
weight?
I,
Oh,
like
yeah.
one of my like good homies. His brothers kind of like ran the cities or ran
Yeah.
the city,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
at least the north. They got hit with like 15 kilos.
Ooh.
The fucking
Is that
they
a
robbed. Yeah, man. They robbed the Tallahassee Armory. or whatever, like the
the
military
fuck,
army. So
dude?
they had all the military issue weapons, grenades, and everything.
Oh my
Like they had the
God,
hood strapped in
bro.
Tally.
Yeah, I
Like
bet.
it was, you didn't go around those areas and stuff like that unless
Nah,
you were like
you ain't want
well
no fuck
connected
with
and
the
stuff.
North,
Yeah.
huh? God damn, bro.
And so he did that, and then they hit him with double life,
Double life, bro.
double life, and then yeah, he's still been just rocking in prison.
That sucks.
How's it
bro.
now? With
Yeah.
With
How's it
weed?
now?
with weed being legal,
It's a very good
like well,
question.
semi-legal now in
So,
Florida. Has
Them little
the
town
laws-
cops still breaking balls or what?
Not that I hear much about. Like,
Yeah, nice.
I don't really hear it too much. Like, now you can still go to those real, like, because there is
Oh.
towns that are still no tolerance counties.
Sure.
So they don't even allow alcohol or any other type of
Right,
drug. You
right,
know what I
right.
mean? So you get caught with a beer or something, that's a misdemeanor or some shit like that. So, I think it's lightened up a lot. I mean, there's fucking grows everywhere.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to kind
Yeah,
of keep
yeah,
arresting
sure,
and stuff. I
sure.
think it's more just fines now.
Okay.
Like, weight,
Okay.
they're still going to mess with you with.
Yeah.
But I don't think they do the whole, like, ounce thing anymore.
No doubt.
And now here, back in the day when weed was illegal, like in Cali, a lot of cats chose to hustle it because we didn't really get investigated. Like we had a broken tail light and we got pulled over with 2 pounds and had to go to jail for a year
Yeah.
and a half back in the day,
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
90s and shit.
Right.
Real drugs were like, investigated and followed.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
was that kind of how weed was where you
Yeah,
were?
weed,
Like
they
how
would-
people got caught up was like getting pulled over, not necessarily getting their phones bugged or what?
No, you're definitely getting tapped and everything like that. They're building cases on you and stuff
Yeah.
for anything.
Same with us. They had to build cases, bro.
Because mainly, like, a lot of, like, and I've noticed a lot in Cali is a lot of people, like, the trapping out here is, like,
It's so relaxed,
it's,
bro.
yeah, it's so relaxed,
less
dude.
stressful.
It's like, you don't, I'm sure there is areas, and I'm not speaking for every town, city, or person that's been through things, but
Right.
most times you're not carrying a strap out here and stuff like
Right.
that. They're, especially being in, like, Tallahassee, like myself, the neighborhood I grew up in, I was the only white kid in the neighborhood.
Sure.
Right.
So it's definitely, you're already looked at as
As a-
somebody
as
that's
a
a
vid.
target, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Especially you're selling dope and shit like that.
And you
So
can carry in Florida, right? So
You can, but like I started 17, 18, 19, 20. I carried, but they were all,
For sure.
they're not
Yeah,
licensed
yeah,
or anything
yeah,
like
for sure,
that.
for sure.
But then, there was a bunch, like, I'm afraid of jail. Like, I don't mind county
Me
jail. or
too.
whatever.
Me too.
I can't do time, dude.
Yeah.
I was on, so I
at least
got,
you know.
so I got arrested again in Florida.
Uh-huh.
So I've been arrested. I've been in jail, Florida, Georgia, New York. Got pulled over, had an ounce on me, had to do 13-month felony probation
For an ounce of weed?
for an ounce of weed. Yeah, and all we had to do is have the 2 homies in my car split the charge with me, and we could have went to spring break still. But they were like, "I'm in college. I'm a baseball player," or some shit like that. I was like,
like,
"So yeah."
yo, so I'm just gonna eat this
I'm
shit.
just
All
gonna
right.
take it, I guess. It's
Yeah.
me. And then so I ended up doing that. Did a 13-month felony drug court probation. Couldn't smoke, couldn't drink. I had 5 piss tests a week.
Oh,
You was
fuck.
really out in the streets.
Yeah,
like
like,
you was really getting with
yeah.
the shit.
Yeah, he was
Getting,
with it.
like you was
Oh, yeah,
with
like,
it.
he
Like
was in
you
the
were
mix for
active.
sure.
Like
Oh,
you weren't
so-
just
Fully activated.
you weren't part time
Fully
hustling
activated.
in a college dorm. You
I
were
know,
in the
so-
streets.
I knew I
like-
fucking liked this guy.
So melting pot technically is the only like real job I've ever had. Dude.
Yeah, sounds
It's
like
literally,
it.
I moved out to Cali, and it just went straight to just dispensaries and trapping. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
And then the trap led into legalization, and then
So hold on. Well, now when you got here,
Oh, yeah.
right? Was it like? Because for me, it was like when I got here, it's like, all right. There was one day a light bulb went off. Like, bro, everybody, like where I'm from, everybody hustles. Like everybody. You might not be a great hustler, but everybody's selling something.
yep,
And like one day it clicked for me. Like, bro, you have everything at your fucking disposal,
fingertip
dude.
here. It's so
You
easy.
need to start fucking. I'm training people on how to do it. I'm hitting homies like, yo, look, wherever the fuck town you went, find out who's the fucking man. Now tell them you know the man, and we can take care of any problem he has.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I mean? That happened.
Was your plan?
Did that happen?
Oh,
No, not at all, man. So the city kind of got hot for me.
Okay. Let's talk
Not-
about the exit. Let's talk about the exit.
Yeah,
I feel like
so-
your exit's coming.
Yeah, so it's kind of gotten. I like started noticing shit because I got robbed so many fucking times and
Oh,
like
really?
Tally, dude, especially like until I adjusted my hustle.
Yeah.
I used to do like the straight like McDonald's method, dude. I'd post up in the trailer, and me and my little brother would cut these little vacuum sealed bags. I'd break pounds down into eighths and wouldn't even sell ounces.
Really?
And we'd have like 100, 200 people out the door, and I got like label makers making labels like 3.5, $50 eights, like
Fuck,
trying to do a
dude.
dispensary type
Really?
shit. And me and my
In a
little
trailer?
brothers.
Did you
oh,
say
yeah.
a trailer?
Yeah, a little double wide.
Okay.
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
And then I had hella Haitians run up in my house that night, and they fucking
laid it
taped all
down?
this up and everything like that. That was
Oh.
that wasn't cool.
Yeah.
So you've been
I
tied
mean,
up.
you gotta
so yeah,
have-
you were in the thick of it, bro.
Yeah,
You
I've
gotta
been
have
tied
good
up.
time.
Tied up a few times.
A few times.
Yeah.
You're lucky to be here, bro.
No, I've been tied up a few times. Yeah, I mean, I've had a lot of shit, dude.
Yeah.
I try to say I don't get too religious, but I'm definitely very blessed.
Right.
Right.
So I kind of just
Have heart, have money.
said, fuck that, dude. I sat down with one of my homies, and he was like, bro, he's like, you have the potential to like do something, like, but you got to cut all these money. He's like, find 3 or 4 or 5 people, you sell all the way to them, and then let them fucking distribute it out. And, you know,
Exactly,
do that.
bro.
So I figured out these people. I moved out to like a retirement golf community. Moved out there. My parents weren't even allowed there for the first like year because I didn't know who was setting me up for anything. Like nobody.
Sure.
It was me and my ex at the time, or my girl
No
at the time.
shit,
It could
bro.
have been her setting me up the whole
Right.
time. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
Mona
yeah.
Lisa style.
Yeah,
like
it
that.
takes a while, bro. Like there's levels to when something like that happens to you. You
Yeah.
don't look at none of your friends, your family. You just
It's
look at
nuts.
everybody crazy.
It's really does
Shut down
that.
shop.
Yeah, leveling
And
up is
so-
hard.
Started doing that, and then finally, like, you know, I saw like some of the police from like the investigation. They were never like, they're like, why you stay getting robbed, bro? Like this every time you tell me it's just because you invited somebody in to play a video game or some shit like that. And I'm like, I don't know. Just I beat their ass in Madden, they get pissed. I don't fucking know.
That's
But
funny as fuck.
I go to like Key West. I went to Key West for like 2 weeks. A couple packs got like snatched. Oh, I think the pizza's here. You want to
Yep.
Pizza time.
pizza time?
Let's just recognize that for a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Caleb is the first person to bring good pizza on the Good Pizza podcast. So shout out to you, sir.
Yeah, man. I feel like everybody,
Fuck
all the next guests, you got to bring heady ass pizza. And if you bring Domino's, you're not
You got to
welcome
get the
back.
fuck out of
Yeah,
here. Hell yeah. Continue.
but
So the cops are telling you get the fuck out of here.
pretty much, dude. I walked out. So I took my homies all to a nightclub. We just balled out, dude.
Okay.
And I walked out, and then there's the same cop from one of my first incidences
Okay.
or whatever, and he was like, "Oh, it doesn't look like things have changed much, Mr. Williamson."
Damn, bro.
And I was like, "It doesn't look like much has changed for you too, man. You know, like you know." And he was just like,
Oh, he loves you.
so I sat there. I went online and ended up moving to Phoenix, Arizona. I had a house and dipped to Phoenix for a
What
year.
part of Phoenix? My wife's from Phoenix.
I
used to be out there a lot.
I lived at South Side, the
God
industrial
damn,
side.
bro.
Yeah.
You always move to the hood, bro.
Yeah, well, I
The
mean-
South side? Like straight to South side. North
Yeah, well-
Phoenix is still hood, but it's nicer, bro.
But so the South is more just all industrial. There's not
It's
even
like downtown and then hood.
and then there's the next part after the hood.
Oh,
It's
I never
just
seen
like,
that
it's
part.
all just industrial. And then there's
Okay.
like newer neighborhoods. So really,
Okay,
you
okay.
drive through the hood for a few blocks, and then it's just like you're driving through like Florin Perkins, like Power Inn Road.
I
And
got
then
you.
it
Shit
turns
like
into
that.
A subdivision.
Shit like that. I got you.
So nothing like really sketchy. It was a dope ass house.
Oh, nice, bro.
But yeah.
Real estate's cool out there.
Oh, so dope,
It's
man.
so
I think
cheap.
I was paying $1,200. It was like 3,800 square feet. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
oh yeah, same here. My wife's crib, she owned a crib out there before I moved to out east, bro. And it was like same shit, bro. It's like $1,300 a month
yeah.
or more. It was fire.
So yeah,
Oh.
we moved out to Phoenix.
Or rent,
and then
whatever.
I told
Why Phoenix?
I had a homie lived out there, and then
Okay.
my girl at the time had a homie living out there that we both felt comfortable with moving to.
No doubt.
And then
No doubt.
checked it out and tried to start a clothing company.
What was it called?
It's called the High Class THC.
The High Class. I like
Yeah,
that.
It was cool.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, right. You know, and I was like trying to do all that. And it did cool, man. Like I got it on like MTV, got it like on like the Mac Miller show and stuff like that.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Nice, bro.
So yeah, I used to like be cool with all those guys, obviously until he passed away, R.I.P.
Yeah,
But
word,
yeah, I
bro.
used to do it, and then shout out to Q. Q's always me and him are linking up and stuff like that
Dope.
in LA and stuff. And he's
Dope.
with like Earth Gang now or some shit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So he's all over the world with them. But yeah, so we did that in Phoenix, and then
What year were you in Phoenix, bro?
2012.
Okay, I was long gone. I moved Shorty out of there at 06. So I was like my little OT spot when shit got hot. I'm
Yeah,
like,
okay.
Lay low on my thing out there.
Yeah,
you feel
yeah.
me? So yeah, go ahead.
And then yeah, 2012. So I was still doing like it was kind of the most like the stupidest pack trapping you could possibly ever do, but it was like Still didn't want to get a job or anything like that.
Sure.
So I'm having my connect.
I'm
Send
already
it
seeing
from
what's
California, sending it to Arizona, and then send it to
And then
Florida.
send-
Double
No.
touchdown.
Double
God
touchdown,
damn.
bro. And I was
How-
like,
That fucks your odds up, bro.
dude, it totally did. And I'm sitting there, and we were pretty damn good. And then finally, boom. I was like,
Yep.
damn it, bro. This fucking thing.
You get that red. They get the red notice.
Yeah, they get the stupid red notice. Oh, or come pick it up.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
call this number. We got
Yeah,
you.
sure. No problem. If you have any questions, just give us a shout.
And then, so my connect finally, he called me and he was like, bro, he was like, you can do something with this weed thing out in Cali. And I was like, I don't have, bro, that was all my money. I was like, I'm tapped out. I'm maxed out. Like, I got my girl filling out fucking applications.
Right. We
I'm
here
like,
now.
I'm about to go back to Florida and do some shit so I can
bounce
pay the
back.
rent out here. You know what I mean? I'll come
Yeah.
back in a month or whatever. And he was like, man, fuck that, bro. Let's squash the tab. I'm going to pay for you to move to Sacramento. And
This is your homeboy?
yeah, it's my connect or
Oh,
whatever.
you connect.
Yeah,
Oh, shit, dude.
And I was like, I mean, dude, I'll fucking forever be in debt to you. You know what I mean? I can't
Yeah.
pay you back right now. I don't know when I
Exactly.
can pay you
Yeah,
back.
yeah, sure.
And he was like, fuck it, dude. Like, send me some funds and everything like that. We found a house right off here, Marconi and Watt.
Fuck.
Yeah, again,
Welcome to
fucking-
Sacramento.
Welcome to Sacramento, right before North Highland, dude.
Marconi and
I'm
Watt.
dedicated
Well
for the hood, bro.
done.
You know what I mean?
He's from North High.
Yeah, dude. And you know where Robertson hits Watt?
Yeah.
That's that house right there. That was me for 6 or 7 years.
Nice.
But yeah,
bro.
we moved out here, and then it was like
2013?
13.
13, wow.
Yeah, July 3rd.
Nice.
And first week, he was like, dude, run up to Fort Bragg. And I'm like, oh, this is why you wanted me out here now.
Oh, now you
Alright.
running. Oh, we taking this ride.
Now
huh?
we're running together. I was like, all right. And he was like, no, it's not. He was like, this is not like a Miami ride or anything like that.
We can smoke on the way in back.
Yeah, so we were mobbing up through the redwoods up to Fort, and I'm like from Florida, never even seen anything like this, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, I've only heard my pops talk about it because he used to live out in Willow Creek back in the '80s,
Oh, no
and like
shit.
has all these pictures. He dug a hole like 600 feet into the side of a mountain, and lived 3 grow seasons, and just would bathe in the water and everything like that. But just from
That's fucking cool.
whatever you plant in May all the way to October and harvest, and
Sure.
then get off the mountain and drive
Do a
it
full
down.
term and
Yep.
that's that.
And then get back out and find another hillside to do a gorilla grow on, dude. That shit was gnarly.
Gorilla Hillside Grows.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
fucking fire, bro.
And
Let's go.
but yeah, so we started making the trips. Then I started helping packing them. We started getting Florida back on the map. Or shit, we honestly never really even fucked with the other cities. Like it was just Tally.
Yeah. Oh, no shit. Nice.
Like I never went to down
So
south.
that's a good market down there.
Yeah, I mean it's the one of the largest colleges. You have so there's 80,000 regular citizens, and then there's 150,000 students. Because there's Florida State,
Oh, shit. Yeah.
FAMU, and then you have TCC, the community college. Which
So many custies.
That's
God damn.
25,000 people at a fucking community college.
Damn, at the JC.
Yeah, exactly, dude. And then it's crazy, man.
Oh, yeah.
It gets
You guys
crazy
are
out there.
running shit
Yeah, I
up.
got
I
friends
see
from
why you were
there.
posted up in the double wide just slanging fools like
Oh
McDonald's.
yeah,
and shit.
dude. And it was like, dude, or getting apartments across from each college and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so you
right.
get in between classes. Like, it was crazy out there. And I mean, there's
It
tons
sounds
of,
like right up my alley. God
yeah, dude, it was
damn.
fun. I mean, it was fun, dude. Besides the 5 or 6 super bad incidences, like the robberies and shit, even
Yeah.
all the other losses and stuff like that. I mean, that was a crazy time to fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't
Like
say we
it's
didn't
alive.
have fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, yeah,
Can't say we didn't have
exactly.
fun,
And
yeah.
coming from a town like my parents combined together made like $40,000 a year, maybe
Sure,
if that.
sure.
You know, and I'm
Yeah.
sitting here like me and my little brother just there's 100 racks on the table. The plug's already paid, and I'm like, hell yeah, dude. Well, I don't even know. Fuck it, dude. Let's go to Key West for 2 weeks.
Exactly. Why
And I,
can't-
flew out, I
right.
flew out to the West. I flew into Phoenix, went to LA, San Diego for 21 straight days, dude. Took a helicopter to the Grand Canyon.
Did you?
Bro,
Popped a
man.
bottle of champagne in
Good
the
for
Grand
you.
Canyon
Good
and all
for
that
you.
stuff.
You
Yeah.
checking hella shit off the
Why
bucket
not?
list, bro. I'm proud of you, kid.
It was
You didn't have kids. You fucking
yeah,
did
and I
it,
still
bro.
don't really have
You
kids. So
fucking
like now
did
I've
it,
got
bro.
I just got like my nieces and stuff like that. My
Yeah.
girl's niece and then my little brother's niece.
Nice,
and then
bro.
I take care of my mom after my my pop
Yeah,
passed.
dude.
Of course.
So
Yeah.
that's like my core.
Yeah.
My brothers
Family,
and
man.
my fucking
Yeah.
my mom mainly. Like you
How
know,
many siblings do you have?
I have 2 brothers.
Nice.
Yeah.
Both younger or what?
So that's one
One and one.
older one's younger.
Nice.
But to my younger brother, I'm the older one. To my older brother, I'm the younger one. Same moms, different dads.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, you know,
That's cool, man.
child of divorce, dude.
Yeah, same.
I went through 9 of them things. So.
He's
But so I was like, whatever.
yo,
But
what's up, dude?
yeah. But yeah, then we just started
So,
getting into what we were at.
so when did the legal market?
So
Well, yes, you're out here.
Sorry,
You're out here
trapping.
trapping with home.
You sent
yeah,
it
I
home.
got a job at I used to go into collective efforts
Right.
out of a Fruit Ridge all the time, and I would buy just tons. Like I wouldn't buy any flour or anything unless it was like they were doing like the Planet series of like OGs and stuff like that, or something Jupiter OG, Mars OG, whatever they were. All
Yeah, I know what
those.
you're talking about.
And then but I bought a lot of concentrate, a lot of shatter, a lot of stuff like that. You know, like I didn't really send that type of stuff back because I already had stuff getting sent back, so that was all like my personal head.
Sure.
Right.
But it looks like somebody coming in there, and it's like, man, this dude's dropping like 2 or 3 bands just on concentrate, and it's
Yeah,
like,
and that's not regular.
yeah, not at all,
Nah,
dude. And
that's
so
not regular.
finally, I get I link up with one of the bud tenders at the time, and he was like one of the higher up bud tenders, and was like, "Let me take your number. I'll let you know when all the fresh drops come in and everything like that." And then he texted me like, I don't know, a month or 2 later, and was like, "Dude, I know you probably don't need a job because obviously like we know what you do, but we need somebody in here that knows concentrates and can help sell them and stuff like that." And I'm like, "Dude, I don't really know them. I just know like what good ones are. Like I don't know the process.
Sure.
I know it's butane and like some tubes and shit. But
Yeah.
as long as it doesn't have like snap, crackle, pop on it or anything
Exactly.
like that."
Exactly.
And he was like, "It's perfectly fine, dude. We could educate you on all the background stuff." So I was like, "Oh yeah, dude, I'll go up there." And then so I went out there and just started working there and stuff like that. Worked there for like 8 months, 9 months. Ended up getting laid off.
Yeah.
I don't know. One of the owners or managers saw something. He saw like a bunch of cookies or collective efforts cookies bags in Miami or something like that, and thought I was sending all the stuff to there. And I was like, "Dude, I've never even been. I've been to Miami like once, and I haven't been there in like 13
bro.
years.
Right.
I don't even know people there." And it was just like a big misunderstanding,
bro.
all this shit like that. There was other stuff. Like I took some weed down to Mac Miller. He posted on Twitter, not Instagram. So there was a big confusion with that. They said they like thought I like just gave him the weed and he didn't do his thing or something. And I'm like, whatever, dude. So
I
end up like, but I was very fortunate enough to do because I learned a lot from Caleb and Luke, man. Those guys are fucking geniuses, like in the cannabis game, dude. Like, so I got to learn a lot from them, and I was lucky enough to be a part of when the gelatos and Sunset Sherbets came out.
Yeah,
They signed
so
on with
you-
the Cookie Fam.
Okay.
I was
That's
like a
when I
bud
moved
tender at
here.
the time. Yeah.
Okay, I moved here at that time, bro.
Yeah. So it was like I was there when they were
2017.
doing the tasting. I didn't get to be a part of the tasting, but I got to see all the slips and
That's
everything.
the
And I'm like,
infamous
damn it, I'm
video,
still like
bro.
a fucking bud tender. I wish I could be in that room.
That's on YouTube. Yeah, to this day.
Yeah, with
That's
like
ill.
so that was cool. And then yeah, they were like, dude was hella cool about it. He was like the IG seeing all the trap and shit. Or he was like, whatever, man. They just let me go. So I was like, whatever, cool. I was like, I just need my paychecks and went in there and I hadn't picked a paycheck up in like 3 months probably.
Sure.
Just envelope, all my name, and I'm just like, I'll take those.
Take those.
And then I asked, I was like, can I do one more buy with my employee discount? Because it was right before all the employees.
Right,
Like, well,
come on.
you're good to go, dude. So I sat there and fucking racked up.
That's right.
Spent that check, right?
Spent that check, dude. And then, that leads into the real part was probably about 3 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks later. My homeboy's was a bartender, and I used to go to all the time. The Blind Pig, right down here on El Camino.
Oh yeah, right by my
Okay.
Yeah, and his wife or fiance at the time was the GM of North Star, and so she was like, "Oh man, we like you could come in for an interview," and I was like, "Ah, fuck it, cool, man. I'll try to get in this weed game again, like legally.
Yeah, why not?
Get in there."
Because at this time, not to cut you off,
Yeah.
but you're just sending stuff home, so you don't really have much to do here
No,
day
I
to
mean,
day. You're
I
just chilling.
drink, hang out.
Yeah, you're kind of just
I don't really have shit to do at all.
Single
Let
guy
me-
in the city of
yeah.
Sacramento. You can do whatever the fuck
Let me
you
try
want.
to find. Let me
yeah,
find
yeah.
something to
Chill.
do with my
Yeah,
days.
and I'm like,
and
if I get a paycheck
and if I get
or
in the
something,
weed
yeah,
game,
bro.
like I'm already trapping, maybe I can go legal at some point. And
That was like, I was like, fuck yeah, if I can do that. And
Yeah,
then,
yeah.
so yeah, North Star called up. I started there, and then bam. Y'all got any more shifts? Y'all got any more
Yeah.
shifts over here at North Star, dude? I'll do 12 hours if you need me to.
You take L's, you take losses like a boss.
I mean, that's the.
Bosses
I guess
know how to take losses, and I've noticed that about you because you weren't really flinching when you were saying, you didn't really sound like you got too banged up, but you have a good attitude about it.
Yeah, I mean, I've been like, yeah, it's just.
Take L's, keep it fucking moving.
In the moment, it gets pretty low. I'm sure.
Yeah, it gets pretty
Okay,
low,
so
man.
at the moment, okay,
Yeah.
'cause you
In
talking
the
real
moment,
cool
it gets
on this
pretty
shit.
low.
Nah, yeah, I just try to like. I've talked about it a lot. I've always been open with it because I've had it like I've talked to people.
True to yourself, man.
Just people. I mean, that was my life. I kind of
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, that's what it is, bro.
But yeah, so I
And
started
too
there.
many people glamorize completely,
Yeah,
like
man.
you know,
They don't
and
know
just
that.
be like,
It's
yeah,
all
this awesome.
You could have
Yeah,
easily
no,
been up
there
here
is.
big dogging.
There is losses.
all your wins.
The
you know what I'm saying?
struggles are. I mean, the struggles are what built you, man.
Exactly.
I've always
That's right.
said if you can't like lose it all, and get it back, then you were never meant to have it.
Right.
Facts,
You know
bro.
what I mean, dude? Like
Fact, though.
some people get lucky, hit the lottery for being rich. Then
They'll
they'll
never
never
have
be
it
rich
again.
again once they lose that money.
Yep, exactly.
But I've always I will say from my shitty ass real father, that's probably where I got it. Like, cause he was a go getter,
Right.
But he did it fucking people over,
Right.
shit like that. And I was like, there's got to be a way. Like, I might not ever make as much money as he made,
Yeah.
but if I can be financially comfortable and people like me,
Right.
and aren't like, that dude's a fucking piece of shit. He fucked so and so.
Yeah,
you know
sure,
what I mean?
Sure.
I could be solid.
Yeah.
I could get it behind that movement, right?
So it's
You know
like,
what I'm saying?
whatever.
Yeah, that's
But-
a good way to be.
That happened at North Star, and then so I started doing that, and I don't know, were you ever familiar with like Bicky 420 or anything like
No.
that? So he was the grower and the buyer and the GM for North Star.
Okay.
So he used to do a lot of growing. He did the do-si dough. And then he was like one of the ones that helped start the animal cookies. Like accidentally popped the
shit.
fucking seat at a fucking room and
Okay,
shit like
okay.
that. And then so Olds, the owner of North Star, was just like, dude, we need to Blake, you're going into fucking the grow. We need somebody to take over buying. Caleb, you obviously
Got
know
you.
what you're doing.
Got you.
So I started doing that, and then I started doing the IG thing, hitting all finding all the crazy shit, and I started noticing all the menus in just Northern California in general. But obviously, but my competitors it's just everything's from NorCal.
Got it.
You know what I mean? Like everything's like from somewhere here, and I'm like, we're a dispensary. We're supposed to be like a convenience station, dude. Like why don't we have the OGs from LA up here and stuff like that? Like, why don't we have this other, like some LA concentrate brands and stuff like that?
Shake it up a little.
I was like, let's just bring the state together. I don't have any ties to NorCal or SoCal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
And it takes that because we up here think we do it way better
100%.
than SoCal.
Do.
Yep.
And historically, I guess we used to, but they've obviously
they do
caught
well,
up
but
with-
I
do
still
well.
like the gases and everything. LA crushes it.
Yeah.
And up here, like it's like Baskin Robbins. The flavors,
It's wild.
True.
We're
It's
so
it's
fucking
amazing up
spoiled,
here.
bro.
There's just it's a culture up here. Down there, like
Yeah.
dudes buy like fancy cars and like stunt. You know,
Yeah,
LA,
yeah,
they're
yeah.
LA with it. You know, Hollywood
Yeah, for
with
sure.
it.
For
Facts.
sure.
But so Olds was like gave me the green light and was just like, man, if you think you can do anything, he was like, go down to LA. Like, fucking gave me a bag of cash. Started hitting these people up.
There you go.
Meeting Mike from Kushco in a fucking parking lot, grabbing like 2 or 3 pounds. You know, like and like all of
Yeah.
Nameless Genetics, grabbing the Mega Wellnesses and the watermelons and all that stuff.
Nice.
And then
bro.
was like, bring them back up north and then I'm sitting there getting yelled at. Like, they're like, what the fuck? These are all like 3,200. And I'm like, I'm telling you, just trust me. They're going to sell
Yeah.
$60 an eighth, dude. We'll be fine. And then boom, the things fly.
Fly.
Just fly. They're like,
Love
holy
it.
shit. And I'm like, dude, people love OGs and love stuff like that, dude. They
Yep.
don't want to just smoke. And this was before nothing was crossed with gelato, you know? what I
Okay,
mean?
got it.
Right.
Like,
I
they
was
still
about to
have
ask
that.
you.
They still have that locked away with the cookies and connected thing.
Yeah,
Okay,
probably
okay.
still
I remember that.
granddaddy world
Yeah,
around
there
here.
was
for
just
the-
a bunch of just random. There
I
was
mean,
a bunch of
around-
random weed
yeah,
down
it
back
was,
then, you
it
know?
was.
Like, there was.
And it wasn't
cool.
bad.
No, it was
Yeah,
cool.
it was cool.
So
But that's where you found a difference than everybody else kind of up
That
here
was
at
dope.
the
So
time.
you were the first
That's
one
where
to
you
do
were
that.
able to.
I was definitely like I
one of the first.
always hate to say it, but like
But I mean,
I
call
was
a
definitely
spade
one
a
of the
spade, you know what I
first
mean?
ones that like bring a lot of the like lift tickets. I used to meet Emmett from Lift Tickets in the Best Western in Hollywood,
Okay.
and then I would just fill my suitcase up with lift tickets. No one even heard of lift tickets. Bring them back
Right.
up here. Oh, and live resin infused papers. What? This is crazy. We fucking slinging lift tickets, and then 5 months later, he's like, I hope you're not mad, dude, but Connected just put in like $100,000 order, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, get it. I was like, it sucks that I'm not going to be the only one in town now, but hey,
Right.
So
Yeah.
people are noticing things here.
Yeah,
You know, like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
And then
Yeah.
we got our own grow going at North Star, and so we're selling it through the store. And I was like, dude, LA loves NorCal weed. And I'm
Right.
already going to NorCal or SoCal to pick up all the SoCal shit. So
For sure.
might as well not drive empty handed.
Yeah.
Facts.
So we'd put like fill the trunk up with, you know, gushers and whatever the strains were at the time, his do-si-dos and animal cookies.
Nice.
Go down there and then fuck, dude. They like the boss was like, get 29 or 3 for him, and then if you can get any more, you fucking do it. So I'd be down there, like, go to the weed studio and be like, man, 36. And Tommy's like, give me them all.
Oh,
Yes, dude. I'm like,
for the
damn, I get all
win.
these points on top of this.
that's,
dude. I was
yeah,
like,
right.
that's nice.
And then
Points.
I'm
That's
just sitting-
OT points right there.
and then I'm just sitting there driving around like in a Mercedes, like, damn, dude, I'm driving around Hollywood dropping packs off. Dude, this is way different than
is
dropping off project
right.
to project in Tallahassee.
You
like,
feel me?
this is gnarly.
Yeah.
I'm about to go to like Boa's tonight and eat and shit
Yeah,
like that
man.
and drink wine and stuff.
And
I was in LA producing commercials at the same time you're out there.
Yeah.
Like, and I would have my friends come down from NorCal and I would go vending. That's what they called it,
Yeah.
all the stores. Are
Yeah.
you seeing vendors today? And like
Yeah.
most of the shops would have like Tuesdays and Thursdays
For sure.
or something
Yeah.
like that.
For sure.
And we would hit them up like and run
Just bring
around
your
and
boys
make a
through and
bag.
just-
Like over 2 days, they'd
Yeah.
stay Tuesday and Thursday. And we just run around and make a bag, and
fire.
I'd go back to work on commercial sets.
Yeah.
So now, the meanwhile,
fire.
but make 10 grand or something real
it's
quick.
a great
And-
source of income.
Yeah,
That's
it
just
was.
Source
like-
of income for sure.
Them dudes in LA and Hollywood, man, those motherfuckers. So like they trap.
Do they pay more
They
down there
do.
typically?
Oh yeah, so like a lot, like even the guys that were putting me on up here, like talk to like the Lumpies dudes and everything like that have been from out here.
Mhm.
They're taking Blue Dream from like Santa Rosa and Napa to fucking LA and getting fucking $5 and $6 a pound for it. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
So like that's another thing is, damn, y'all get to drive downstate, get more than a point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we got to ship shit across country.
And let's talk about that. So that's that death sentence of a ride you were just talking about from North Florida to SoFlo, right?
Yeah.
Same thing with me. I'd have to drive from Jersey to North Carolina through like 5 different states,
Yep.
5 different cops looking at my different ass plates every state I go through.
Terrible.
Terrible.
With work
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely
With work.
or money.
And so like when I started out
Or both,
here,
and that's the worst.
when I'd hit the highway out here with a trunk full, it's like, oh my God, man, I can smoke weed.
Bro, I'm doing
chilling.
90.
You feel me?
I'm going down
trying
to
to get
5.
there.
There's not that cop. He doesn't want to do any
It's all
paperwork.
good, man.
Facts.
It's all good. I'm not sweating. I don't have that extra nervous energy either. If you know what I mean, if you get pulled,
No, not at all, man.
know,
Because they're
so
not.
it's
Most
like-
of them aren't looking for
It's
weed.
whatever, man.
They're just like when we got pulled over like 200 in Fort Bragg. Dude didn't even get into the trunk.
You can't fit that in the trunk.
Like,
What kind of car do
he
you
had a
have?
big ass Impala.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You fit
Yeah.
200?
No, we had the back seat down.
I'm about to say,
They
you-
had
yeah, that
duffel
was
bags
ride
and
or die,
everything. Yeah,
bro.
it was
Yeah.
fucking. It was slam full.
You ain't doing 2 in the
But
trunk.
and these were all like we vacuum sealed. They're all going in the mail.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, them big Impalas, dude. Oh
Well,
yeah.
if you zip them up, yeah.
Oh yeah. No, these are like these aren't like these protective packs, not fuck with the
Okay,
trigon. These things are getting
okay.
vacuum sealed,
Sure,
and we're like,
fucking.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
okay,
So they're
gotcha.
about to
Okay,
hit a
say
box and
less.
go down there.
Okay, got it.
But we get like pulled over, and this dude's just like, oh man, he goes, you're just kind of speeding around the curves, and he was, I just want to tell you to slow down. And I was like, my buddy's got his he's like, oh, what's that in the ashtray? It's fucking blunt, and I'm like, God damn it, dude. He goes, there's no meth in the vehicle, right? And we're like, no. And he goes, all right, well, y'all have a good day. He goes, just slow it down. And he goes, probably just put that out.
Probably put that out.
And I was like,
If you
where
could.
the fuck am I at,
Where
dude?
Yo,
That's
coming
the
from
coolest
OT and experiencing that is just a beautiful situation. It's good pizza, man. All over the
Yeah.
board. All
My
over the
black
fucking
ass
board.
was always like living in my rear view, like religiously. So
Yeah.
I've never I lived like you guys did in
Yeah.
Jersey and Florida.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm trying to still shake those feelings
Yeah.
at my age
Oh,
sure.
today
Yeah,
in a
man.
Volvo.
Well, look, I
like
mean, it's
with
right.
you know, with
Shit
nothing
still go-
illegal. Like if they get behind me and I still get the nerves, and then I'll be like, wait, I ain't doing nothing.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm a civilian
No,
for the
yeah, I
most
get the
part.
nerves. So
Like,
if I walk by a cop still, I'm just like,
Fuck
don't
yeah,
look at him.
dude.
Don't fucking look at him.
yeah,
I was walking around the fair
yeah.
last night with nothing
Feel
on
me?
me. Just like, why you noticing I'm with this eye?
Why is he looking at me?
Why are there
Yeah.
so many cops here right now at the fair?
Of course.
But
Nah, but it's
man.
yeah, it's that shit. So
That
now
shit
you're
wild.
out here. You done made your name for yourself, like
Yeah.
in the buying market, like in the being bringing new shit to Sac
Yeah.
that Sac ain't seen, and like fucking
Sick.
becoming successful with it.
Yeah.
So I guess your name is starting to ring a little bit. You're starting to move around in the cannabis
people
circles.
are like knowing who I am. I guess a little bit. I just kind of like I got introduced to a great group of people in Sacramento, like all like and like they're still crushing it today. Like I got to get involved with Drew from Green Dog, Ted, and then from Alien Labs.
Shout out Ted.
Shout out Ted.
Yeah,
Shout out
dude,
Drew from
fucking-
Green
they're
Dog.
awesome,
Fuck yeah.
dude. And they've always just like put on, you know, like I'll try to get into grower talks with them. I can't do that stuff, but they've always been super humble. They've always looked out for me. Like they always like, oh man, this is the fresh batch. You're gonna want this, and like because Ted would come to like vend at North Star, and I just don't haggle with growers really. Dude. Like there's no need to beat them up. It's such a tough, especially back then. Like everything's illegal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everything's in a garage or something like that.
Oh yeah.
These dudes are doing work.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
But a lot of people don't see that. Like I see that because where I come from, I was paying $5 and $6 a pound, and
Yeah.
what it took to get that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, then the North Star thing started doing that. We started a distro, so then I started like I was doing the buying stuff still too, but it was more like going to LA to move all of our shit to distro and get into other stores and then align ourselves with other stores to kind of trade product and everything like that. And then I decided I was like, fuck man. Kind of just had a different vision with one of the partners in the thing, and I was like, man, I just can't do this, dude. And so I went over and helped Lumpy start their distro at Lumpy's, and then
Okay.
so I made that transition from out of the retail game into straight distro,
Okay.
Hey.
and then it was fuck, dude, everything the license like it just became legal.
So now we're at 2019-ish?
Yeah,
Okay.
so we're there just because
Right
I was
before main stage, right?
Yeah, right before Mainstage.
Okay.
Yeah, we started that up. It was we were just getting legal. I was hitting all my buddies up or whatever, like, hey dude, I got a distro up north, dude. So Kushco, we're distributing for Kushco. We're distributing for Green Dog. We're distributing for Atrium out of Santa Rosa. We're distributing for Lift Tickets. So like all the homies were like,
Okay.
hell yeah, dude, you got
Damn,
a
that's
distro. We'd
what's
rather go
up,
through
bro.
you.
And everybody wants those brands anyway.
Exactly. So that was like
yeah.
me and Josh from Lumpy's. His goal was just like, dude, let's just get a distro instead of all like an herbal. Like, no offense to herbal, they got 50 brands. Most stores will buy all 50 brands because that's easy for them. I buy like a few of them, and it's hit or miss every now and then. Like I have a, and that's another. I fucking can't. I hate corporate cannabis.
Yeah, man, it's rough.
I have a few brands I have to carry because they make the shelf.
For sure.
But
It's like your Bud Light, your Coors Light. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep them. You gotta keep them.
You gotta
in
do
the store,
that.
You know what I'm saying?
and then then fucking.
How did main stage come about?
So Lumpy's, we had we misfiled on some paperwork. The CEO literally got his I showed up at the grow at 6:00. They were rating it. The whole city, everybody was there. I see the CEO in the back of the cop car, and I'm like, "Fuck, dude! I just left my job. What the fuck, dude? Were we not fucking legal this entire time? I've got all these brands and shit in there and everything like that."
Fuck,
I'm like,
dude.
and so they were like, "Your license isn't activated," all this stuff like that. And he's like, "Dude, if you unhandcuff me, my license is in my fucking email." But they weren't playing all that. So then once he got out and showed him all that, then it became just a shit show battle between attorneys and the city of what the fine's gonna be, or if there's gonna be a fine or whatever. But now I don't know what's the up to date on that
this,
now.
bro.
But I know they've got it
still in limbo.
No, they've got it squashed. I'm pretty sure.
Bro, I remember when that happened. I
actually think the city's like in love with fucking Lumpy's now because of that.
Cool. Cool. Yeah, he was one of the first ones to get fucked with one of those kind of deals. Man.
Yeah, he did.
I remember there was like
them and there was
Exotics 916. We had a bunch of those lumpy packs
yeah.
around that time.
Yeah, I mean, the shit had to happen. You know, shit had to move.
You know what I mean?
But,
and that's when I heard about that. I was like, oh shit, what the fuck? So now main stage starts, and you're in charge of everything.
Yeah. So how main stage? I'm out of job for like 3 weeks, and one of the old ladies, one of the ladies from North Star we used to work with, calls me up and she's like, "I hear you you don't have a job and you're not with North Star anymore." And I'm like, damn. I was like, what? Shit, travel fast. I was like, that traveled fast. And she was like, "I have a license to the new dispensary that's opening up in Sacramento. It's the first one in 10 years or something like that." And I was like, "Oh yeah?" And they were like, "We need a buyer." And And I was like, fuck, I haven't done buying in a few years. I don't really know the legal market like that.
Right,
but
right.
I mean, I still know all the homies in the game, and I know I can set up a flower menu.
There you go.
You know, I can do that.
Good job. You know what I mean?
You know?
Right?
And so I went into the interviewed with the guy that owns it or whatever. And because I told him, I was like, I can't do anything with Chads or Brads or anything like that, dude.
Hell
Everybody,
no.
like, I was like, if I don't care if the guy's not from cannabis, but as long as he's cool and like appreciative of what I can bring to the table, I think I'll make this work. It's like a fucking godsend, dude. He was just like, I don't know anything about it. I just know I can make money in it. I like it. And he was like, so let's do it. So we did that, and
Good deal.
Yeah, went to opening.
What'd you say? Sure.
So I went. I gave him my proposal letter, what I would need to take, you know, my salary and all that shit like that, and then
Nice, bro.
then we went through all the process. Went through the interior designing. Went through a marketing company to come up with the name because none of us could come up with a name. Then one of the old partners that was originally part of the group, he's no longer with us, or with it, not with us, but with the group.
Sure.
He was like a super like just creative, like funny guy in general, but he was like, let's call it Mainstage. And I'm like, I don't know. I like slept on it for a couple of days. And I was like, I don't know. And then like one thing, like somebody at the bar was like, oh man, terps and titties, man. He's like, it sounds like a
Terps and
strip
titties.
club, dude. And I was
It
like,
sure does.
oh, I mean, if everybody's liking it, fuck it, let's try it. And then we got the color pattern. Then everything started coming together. I'm like, damn, this is actually like clean as fuck.
That's
Like,
pretty
Yeah,
dope.
yeah, bro. For
and
real.
then
That place is a fucking vibe.
we ended up, opened up on January 3rd. And the lady that got me the job, she got laid off day one. So now it's like, fuck. And then he's like, it's all you now, bro. And so we just been doing that. And this was, January 3rd, was it 2020? Yeah, right when COVID started. Right before COVID.
Fuck.
So, like I said on like the other like podcasts, I thought we were going to crush it. It was like first dispensary opening up. I think the first day I don't know, I think we did like 6 or 16 people. And the next day was just terrible.
Rough.
And then it just was terrible. And then it slowly started. We started getting some more,
Sure.
people trying to figure out different marketing ideas.
Right.
And got to 30 people, 40 people. But,
And this is the part I like. Are you liking this part? Like the building?
I mean,
Do
I'm
you
liking the
building?
building and everything, but now I'm just like, I've got this menu set up. I've got all this product spent. I've got all this money spent.
Right. So you got those
And now no
stresses.
one's coming through the door.
Yep.
And now I've got the guy that's never heard
Sheesh.
cannabis. Everybody's been in his ear because that's what you do when you're looking for an investor. You tell them how lucrative cannabis is.
Right.
No one wants to tell him
Yeah.
this is a shit show out here, dude.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
bro.
he's like, damn, he's like, he's owned a business for 20 years. He's like, I know it just doesn't start overnight.
Right.
So,
But what's going on?
but what's going on? I thought you said, I was like, oh fuck, dude. I thought more people would come in, and then we upped our level on weed maps, got into like one of the third spots or something like that. And I fucking hate weed maps, but man, did they help your dispensary?
Yeah,
out.
for real.
And
So from there,
it
pretty
just
much.
went there, and then COVID. Then all COVID hit, and everybody's staying home, and all the free money.
Yeah.
And then it was just like, and then I ran all the deals. Like I did all like try to cater to like the trappers, like bring your medical cards.
Nice.
We'll do this, you know what I mean? Like we do like Mylar Wednesdays or something like that. So
Nice,
20%
bro.
off Mylars because you know like
Nice.
the
Hell
New Yorkers
yeah.
come out and they want all the nice shit, but they want it in Mylar.
Hell yeah, bro.
You know, or
so you can
whatever.
send it back.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
feel me?
fly back with it super easy.
My alarm Monday.
My alarm Monday. And tell about what do you do on Thursdays for the Prop 215 company?
Oh, dude, we do Legacy Thursdays.
Legacy Thursdays.
So
I love that.
it is. I've got a lot of great feedback, but you get a lot of negative feedback from some of the brands that I don't let them be on there.
Yeah.
And so
You
it's
have
not
to get
it's not
that.
a knock on them. It's
Yeah.
we weren't a part of it together.
Sure.
You weren't Legacy to me. Like I'm not
Sure.
knocking you,
Right.
but if you look at
Sure.
everybody on the list, from Blueprint, Green Dog, Doja, Lumpies,
Alien Labs.
Alien Labs, White Rabbit,
Rabbit, yep.
Friendly
Shout to Hud.
Farms,
Right.
Yep,
all
Friendly.
those guys.
Yep.
I've dealt business with them at either North Star, knew them from Connected,
Yeah.
Like-
or in the parking lot.
knew them like
Yeah,
just knew
all-
them. We all knew it. And I
Yeah.
was like, this was my way of preferred and everything. I was getting packs from them and stuff like that. So it was just like my way of all like man, this is our town.
Right.
I just want the legacy brands. Like if I opened up like say we opened up in LA or something like that, dude. You know, I would find the legacy brands down there to rock with. Obviously,
sure.
all my homies up north would be on that sign.
No doubt.
But I would have the respect for that too.
Yeah.
And it's not like I don't disrespect these names.
Right.
But when you have like Select hitting me up.
Yeah.
And they're like, we're legacy. We're part of the Prop 215. We're from Sacramento. And I'm like, oh, you're from Oregon.
Yeah.
Nah, dude, I don't really rock with y'all like that.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
cool, dude. Like, you're whatever. But
And
Right.
you have to be, part of your job is being a tastemaker.
yeah,
Right.
Means everybody can't get in for this type of
Right.
thing.
So-
This is a legacy thing. This
Exactly.
exclusive. So it's not a thing where
Exactly.
everybody can get in, and you have to be the bad guy in that instance, which it just comes with the job. It sucks that you got to tell a bunch of guys you can't be in this. But
you know, well, it's-
legacy is from what my head is, and
Exactly.
this is what
Exactly.
I started, and what I feel the city
It's
of
subjective
Sacramento is, and the
To this
surrounding
area. You know what I'm
area.
saying? Yeah, exactly.
no,
bro.
100%. And that was
Exactly.
and the thing is, like, I carry these brands still, so you should still
Right.
be happy that
Yeah,
it's
don't
not
trip.
right on my shelf.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
I'm just selling you a full price, bro.
Yeah,
We're still getting
yeah,
money
or,
together.
You know, want to work some other like this? You can hit the weekend promo deals up or
Yeah.
weekly promo deals. You know,
Right.
say, let's work each other out. But
Yes.
these
But-
guys are who I'm giving my love to.
Yeah.
And exclusivity everybody
Yeah.
wants in.
Exactly.
And like, you know,
Exactly.
there's always gonna be people.
So I just want to real quick and switch to some buyer questions while they're on my mind. You know what I'm saying? Just for the community, for the people in the industry, for the salesmen in the game, and for the new brands coming out. What would you say your best advice would be for a new brand coming into space right now?
Oh man, honest answer:
Mm-hmm.
don't come into
Don't-
space. Not right now, man. Like it's just like it's this crazy industry right now, man. Everybody's shutting down.
Yeah, bro.
I don't know if you listened to Drew and like First Smoke of the Day. Or
Yeah, I
whatever.
did. Yeah, it's a great episode.
You think about there was 3,000 licenses in Humboldt that were active up to
Yeah.
this year, and only 300 renewals so far.
Yeah,
Like, that's
bro.
really what is that?
10%
10%
left.
left. Yeah,
Yeah.
90% off drop.
Yeah, bro.
So
And that's one county.
and you have everybody just like everybody overbuilt, overgrew, and then now they're just at the point where they're just all at each other's throat. Everybody's cutting prices
Oh, it's terrible.
and just going at everybody. Dispensaries are wanting the cheapest price weed. Like me, do not walk in my door trying to sell me $6 and $7 eights.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't tell me like, oh well, you can still sell them at 20, but you know the profit margin. I can do math in my head. You know?
Yeah,
what I mean?
right.
It's just, especially like one thing if you're a
Right.
direct grower coming into the door
Right.
with your own distro, but if you're selling it to a distro and then you're having to pay a 20% fee on top of that distro plus all your packaging and all that shit like that, that distro just beat you the fuck up.
Right.
And to do that to a grower is like, some growers, sure, they might deserve it because they're just whatever,
Yeah.
Chads and Brads and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
But a lot of them, these guys, like, none of these, like, I don't know. Have you ever worked in one of these farms or been out on an outdoor farm or anything
Oh, yeah.
like that? Dude, I would never work one of those in my
It's
life.
unreal.
Dude. No, dude, fuck that.
It's unreal.
So why am I going to sit there and, especially like a family farm or something?
Yeah, you don't want to beat them up on price.
No,
Whatever you
it's
need,
like-
we'll make it work.
And I'll try to make it like because realistically, dude, you buy a pound at $600 after packaging, it's still $600, $7 an eighth. That's $600 to that farmer is that's life changing. Unless you have one of the big distro guys come in and it's like, dude, I'll cash you out $200 for everything.
Yeah.
And you're like, I really do need it. My kids need to eat, but damn, I just do this whole like hard ass season
Yeah.
and I just got beat up.
And now they gotta make a decision if I'm just gonna let it fly or I'm gonna
Yeah.
try and risk working it for 3 months before it gets old, and I have to do that anyway.
Yeah,
piece by piece.
Exactly.
And it's a fucked up
what
situation,
they- I
man.
just saw
Especially now,
something-
man.
Raw Garden just let 800,000 pounds go at $20 a pound.
What?
From last year's outdoor or something. I saw. I don't, it could
So
be
that's
false,
gonna
but I
be in
saw
the market
something.
soon, one way or another.
Yeah, it'll be in Disty or Cards or whatever shit they do.
man.
I don't know. But, yeah, with the new brands thing, man. Like, if you are gonna get into it, just know your competitors. Just come correct. Like, if you come in, like, it's just like a new brand just got dropped off. I'm not like knocking or anything, but the whole name of the brand is called Gelato.
Ooh.
So that their flower, like, so they'll have gelato, and then underneath there would be the other strain names.
It's like
it'd be like-
confusing, right?
Oh, everything's just like their candies are gelato, but it could be a hard candy, or their pre rolls, or everything's just the brand name is just gelato.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it's like,
Ooh.
That's kind of tough. You like, I mean, it's cool you did all this pretty packaging and everything.
But
like
you
that.
pinch yourself in the corner.
Yeah, you pigeonhole
Dude,
yourself.
I just don't, I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of them, dude, that just, they don't come like, I don't like them. I can't smoke them, but they came out of left field. Jeters.
Yeah, bro.
Jeters, pre-rolls.
Yeah, man.
we
I've seen
would,
people
like-
break those down and
Yeah.
showcase them. And, like,
Yeah, we're
I
not
seen
like,
Big Red do that recently, man. Shout out to Big Red.
but
That was wild.
that's one of the
People
corporate
smoking
brands
those.
that I have to
You have to
carry,
keep
dude.
them.
I have to.
It's your Bud Light.
Oh my god,
It's your
dude!
Coors Light. You
Yes,
gotta keep
dude.
it.
Those dudes fly, and they're cool ass dudes. Like they're all fun. Like they support shops, they support like they give it all. They like they
Right.
and they don't like the dudes aren't sitting there like selling it to you like, oh, this is exotic. You know what I mean? They're
this
just
is
like,
for
bro,
this is for the low grade
They're
buyer.
flying.
There's
Yep.
some
They're
there's a
flying.
market for
They
everybody.
fly.
Let's keep and
It's like
shout out to
fucking
them for
Stizzy
figuring it
pods,
out.
dude. Stizzy pods.
Yeah,
Fucking Stizzy. I can't keep those things on the fucking shelf.
I know.
Dude.
I know.
I've never
It's
even
crazy.
hit one.
Mm-hmm.
But
What percentage of like weed is weed culture to like, I just want to get high. I need some weed.
Yeah, what are the people looking for?
Like,
I
is,
get what you're saying.
you know what I'm saying?
Like for like the people, yeah,
How many of us are walking through the door, and how many of them?
not many.
Not many.
Dude, it's probably like 20% us, 80% them.
of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
especially people.
20's not bad.
And that might be pushing it.
What?
That might be put. That's what I was
Yeah,
thinking.
I was gonna say,
Like,
damn. I was thinking 1090.
Yeah, it might be that. It could be
Yeah.
a big
Somewhere
percentage
middle.
just want some weed.
that. Yeah, because then a
or
lot of
they'll
like,
tell
when
you their
see, like
ailment.
the big buyers or something that come in and buy like shit or come back to back to back to back every day and max out or whatever. You look at like a lot of the shit, like most of that shit is not. It's not like the dojas and the blueprints and the
Right.
alien labs and stuff like that. Because I mean, that's, to fuck buy a 50 plus tax eighth or whatever,
Tough, bro.
and
$77.
then send that back out there to Florida or New York when there's somebody that knows somebody that, or there's a hell of fake Mylar packaging where you could just buy some purple ass weed, throw a bunch of fake packaging
yeah.
in it, send it out there, and they think it's real.
Oh yeah,
You
easily.
know, it's like,
Easily.
and it's, I don't know, but yeah, dude, it's. I mean, I wish more like, I tried, dude. I tried to get the more heady smokers in there. Like we just started a $50 cap on our top shelf, everything.
No shit.
So everything's
nice.
$50 an eighth plus tax.
So what do they need to hit you at? What do Ace need to
So
hit you
it all
guys at?
depends who you are,
If
man.
you're a sales rep and you're out in the wild, what
So that-
what do they come to your door at?
So we don't have a lot, like we don't have corporate funding or corporate like overhead or anything like
Sure.
that. So we were blessed to be able to hit certain margins and do that.
Nice.
It all depends, man. Like if it's a brand I've never carried, yeah, I'm not gonna eat any margins on you, dude. You need to be around 22 to 25 or something
Yeah,
like that. 20
somewhere
to
in that
25 or
20,
something
25.
like
That's respectable.
that.
And that's providing you like the product and packaging. You
Yeah,
just
all
have
that
never
stuff.
had.
Now,
it.
yeah, I have
Yeah.
other people that I eat the margins on. You know what I mean? I'll try to hit them up, you know, and be like, dude, just I don't need you eating all the margin. Like
Right.
if you're at 30, dude, come down to 28, and I'll eat the $3.
Exactly.
Right.
If you eat the $2 or whatever, you
Sure.
know what I mean? I'll try to work with them like that. But those are like the homies I do that with.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, or we work other deals like.
Right.
If you
So
still
don't
eat the-
email him off the start, ladies and gentlemen. Don't hit up Mainstage and ask him to start eating shit.
Yeah.
These are people that they've broken a lot of bread with and have had a long-standing relationship. So you got to work into that category. Right now, come correct.
Yes,
Correct.
exactly.
So that's a good point. Once you're in, what do you do? What's the best thing a brand can do once you're
Roll
in?
some of the elephant growth up.
Oh,
What was the question again?
So like a brand gets in, right? You got them on your shelves. Like, what's the best thing they could do to support
So the best
that
thing
and
they can
get your
do
shit moving?
is
Because the sell through is most important, right?
yeah, and reorders to a sales rep should be the most important thing. Not, I mean, to get in the door is
Exactly.
obviously good. The best thing you can do at that point is what I would always say is stop worrying about me as the buyer at that point and focus on bud tenders and customers.
Okay.
Like, stop hitting me up. What can we do? Dude, get your ass in the shop. Get some brand
Demos.
support in there. Demos.
Demos. Yep.
Promos. People love swag. You know, your first couple of sales, the company's gonna have to take. They might not be making the margins they want,
Of
Yeah.
course.
but eventually, once you're in there all constantly, you don't have to be in there all the time. The people know you. If the bud tenders fuck with you, the customer's gonna fuck with you.
Right.
So like give the bud tender samples, like get a good round of bud tender samples.
hell yes, dude.
Okay.
And do that, and like just give them a good vibe. Don't come in as like a sales rep selling them something. Be like,
Yeah,
dude,
come
check
in,
this
high
out.
five
I
these
want honest. I want
fools.
honest, and then they love to eat, so bring them hella good food.
Okay.
I always tell all my reps and everything like that we're not a midsy ass shop.
Don't come in here with no dominoes.
Do not bring dominoes ever. Like some people have done it still after I've told them, and we clown them for it. They get roasted walking all the way to the back. Like, what the fuck is that shit, dude? Hand it to the recyclers next door. Like,
oh man,
bring like some sushi platters or some shit.
I think a lot of brands, a lot of growers, also need to learn marketing
And tone the ego down.
Because they also, I don't know if you come up with this. They expect you to be the sales rep for their brand because it's in their store, when they need to still be creating energy for their brand. So 100. They still need to be getting people into the store so that you want to buy it again.
You got to think, for me as a store, like when you go to a gas station, are they really specializing Wrigley gum next to whatever, Orbit's gum or whatever? No, they're just sitting right next to each other. They don't have like signs like, dude, man, they don't have sales guys in there. It's just what you need to be able to get your consumer to like that type of shit.
Right.
And that's what with us, like, so I have such an extensive menu.
Right.
I think we're at like I try to tone it down, but it just, I don't know, I like choices. It's like 150 strains we have on the menu.
Yeah. God damn.
And then it's like tons of top shelf, and there's all your choices for anything, $20 an eighth, $30 an eighth, $25, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, so I usually don't pick up a lot of, if you're bringing one strain in at a time, or two still kind of pushing it. Right. Especially if you're one of the lower tier strains that doesn't really get much visibility for anybody, and it's not really what the bud tenders tend to smoke. Right. That's where I'm like,
how many strains should you come in with?
I always like a good 3 or 4. Like, now if it's like something like a connected, they don't have but people connected sits right on top. And like, they might only have 2 strains that week, but they know people know who the fuck they are.
Oh yeah.
Like Cam. Cam's gonna have usually always 3 to 4 strains. Sometimes you can get lucky and if you can catch them before they sell out, you can get 6 or 7, 8 strains. And so that just looks beautiful for a brand to have almost an entire shelf that says their name.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where you have one strain down here sitting amongst 149 others,
exactly.
And it's one of 30 $45 strains.
Right. Makes sense.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's right. That brand, like, growers need to be able to still know how to do that, because now it's not just growing anymore, man. It's like you're becoming a business person. You're like, you used to be in a grow and it'd be like you and a homie, and you didn't trust anybody to be in there. Now you have 20, 30 people. You're not even really doing the much growing anymore. Like most of these head cultivators, like until they get to the point where they trust somebody to actually take over operations and stuff like that.
Right.
Exactly.
But they're still having to kind of do the growing, manage of, financing, making sure the taxes are paid off. It's
shit.
So, and then they got to realize not every grower is the best grower, dude. Just because you can grow weed does not mean you're a good grower.
Mm-hmm.
And 90% of them, there's not very many, like 90% of the growers think they're the best growers in the world.
There's only a few master growers.
There is, and I feel like he knows them. We know them, but like most of my legacy people, they are the people, and they'll be the first ones that will. That batch is kind of trash.
Right.
Oh, man,
and they're so fucking
all right, cool. I appreciate it.
And they'll tell you they're still learning.
Yep.
Yeah, there's
like fucking. We've had some of them in here, and they'll be like, "Yeah, and I'm still learning." Like,
because now these are all like futuristic buildings from a garage to just all this. Like,
exactly, a new strain act different. All these new crosses and new breeds, and new pH levels, new moisture, new everything. Yeah, so it's a whole thing. What do you think of? Excuse me, I just only had a couple of these buyer questions. I was telling JP, I only had a couple of these buyer questions. Like the celebrity collabs.
Man, you're hitting me with all of them, dude. I hate them. I can't stand them.
You hate them.
Yeah, I hate them. Like, I even hate so I will say it, and it's ironic. And I don't know, maybe it's just me, just because that's like one of my, like, I love Wiz Khalifa.
Right.
But his KK that just got released or whatever, for celebrity weed, that's probably some of the better ones, just because it's an OG. It burns white.
And he's kind of legacy.
And he's always been about it. I don't know if he's in the grows doing it. I doubt he's doing anything in it. But
nah, it's not.
I know he's a little bit
of the spot. It's not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? His posters up there. That's about it.
Exactly.
You know
so other than that,
but shout out to him though.
And I don't even. I just picked up a small batch of it. You know what I mean? I don't even really carry it or go out of my way for it. But like they tried to bring the the Wu-Tang Shaolin or fuck, what was, I don't know. I'm not a big Wu-Tang guy, but there was their thing, whatever.
I know Method Man dropped the brand, didn't he?
Yeah, I forgot. It was one of the words, Takao.
Takao, yeah.
Yeah. So it was Takao, grown by THC Design. It was like their lower budget stuff, but they sold it more than actually their own brand. So and I'm like, damn, it's just when I see one of these celebrities, rappers, or whatever you want, like when I see them actually being a part of it, and it's like their money's into it. It's they didn't. Jay-Z just gets signed on to Monologue or whatever it's called, and like
that shit just don't sound right, bro.
None of it, none of it really works, man.
It doesn't click with me, man. Like,
I mean, even with the fighters, like, and the people I manage, we have management, like a brand management company, and had like a bunch of fighters and shit like that. And we were kind of putting them in that space. But the idea is that we could create energy in the city and run sales into the stores because we'll create the energy through promoting through the fighters, UFC, and whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yeah, for sure.
So that was kind of the idea. And it wasn't even a big money play. It was kind of more of a, let's get a foothold for a while and do it through these distributors instead of putting out big bread and kind of get our name in the space.
Yeah.
So a year or two later, we can make a deal with a big farmer or something and kind of dedicate a space. But
strategic.
But it is a tough road. It is. It's hard to get people in past that first weekend. No. The first weekend you come out and the fighter's there and we do the in-store and, I bring Yuck Mouth to the cookie store and all the shit and that weekend was pretty good, but then there's the next weekend.
Yeah. And that's the thing, and getting some of those people out there costs so much fucking money. It's like, there's no and there's no ROI
return.
Exactly. That, so it's, I don't know, man, like, I respect a lot of the weed smoking musicians or whatever, but I don't know, man, just stick to y'all. Come out with wine and whiskey and just keep smoking our shit.
Yeah,
right.
Come support it. I get it. You want to get into it, but why weren't you doing it?
I know.
When it wasn't cool.
And I feel like the industry's kind of reflecting that now. Like, it's a lot less than it was 3 years ago when rappers were trying to jump in every, with
they
a brand.
down a little bit.
And now farms are like, no thanks. They're not taking the calls.
We did that dance.
Can't do anything.
We've done that dance before. Let me ask you this: do emails work? What is the do they have to really say something crazy to get your attention?
Not at all. I check all my emails every day.
Okay.
I don't vape cartridges. Nah, I don't check those ones. As soon as I says we got a new live resin card or some shit, I just get deleted. Yeah, I mean they work. It just got to be something that really catches my attention. Okay. And right now, it can't just start off with something.
Just curious. Yeah.
See, now if there's a brand that wants to come bring some Skittles to the table, I'm all for it.
Oh, let's go. Run it. But
not many people do it now. They're all all these brands that are hopping in now are growing the same shit people have been growing 3 or 4 years, just gelato crosses. Yeah. I'm excited to see all these new stuff that you obviously know it's coming down the pipe.
Oh yeah, good pizza's coming, man.
Yeah, dude.
Good pizza's coming. I've been partnered up with a couple spots, man. So we're about to drop some shit real soon. So check this out. We're gonna go into a couple questions. I think that my cousins are gonna want to know about you, and just from your experience and your expertise, and just being in the weed game. So what do you think the industry should know that you know? And can you share some stories or debunk any cannabis myths out there?
Debunk any cannabis myths? The biggest one, man, is fuck THC content.
Yeah, thank you.
So
I love that one.
We could just debunk that one right off the gate.
Off the gate.
Anything that I know, just have respect for the culture, man. Have respect for the people that did it. Pave the way for you to make it cool to be able to go get vape pens and do all this shit. And, fucking...
And if you can't explain what you mean, just for the people who didn't see our other podcast where we jumped kind of on this topic, but it is an important topic. What do you mean? THC is not as important as
THC.
As THC.
Oh yeah, dude. It's all about cannabinoids. It's all about terps, man. Terpenes. Myrcene terpenes, dude, or whatever. Limonene, B-carcinophylline, however you pronounce them all, man. They're fucking... That's where it is. I feel like THC was kind of that's the vessel, and then the terpenes are the engine that moves the vessel.
There you go.
So,
I explained my daughter that way recently.
Nice.
yeah.
Nice. But yeah, that's how I like to think of it.
That's a great way to put it.
I like debunking stuff. Yeah, it's really just that's the biggest thing that
No, that's
everybody
it.
has to deal with, and
That's a
like
good one.
on like the bud tender levels. The bud tenders have to sit here and deal with that. Every question is, what's the highest THC from vape cartridge
Man.
to a pre-roll to the fucking.
Do they shut it down? Do they be like, hey,
Dude, they
look,
try
man.
their hardest, but you got people that come in there like, oh man, only 30%ers get me high. And I'm like looking at all the 30%ers, and obviously I feel like all the labs are just making everything at 30%ers now, so no one's having to fucking sell, like, not have to deal with that.
Fucking.
That's another one. I think all labs are a fucking joke, pretty much.
Right.
You know, like, just honestly.
Yeah, out of nowhere, everything's 30 plus,
Everything's
right?
30. Now they're getting into 40s, dude. There's a few brands with 40s now consistently.
And upper 40s and shit. Like, get out of here, dude.
So, I would like to see, like, on a testing label, everything, like, the cannabinoids, the different terpenes, just the pass that it was clean weed. I don't even know. Maybe put a range of percentage, maybe 15 to 22 or something.
There you
like
go.
That
That would be way
something
better.
like that. But the fact that some of these growers grow shit and it hits 18, 19, and I know that shit's fire.
Yeah.
I know it's hella fire. I know
Absolutely.
it's crushing it. And then I got some Joe Blow schmuck across the counter going, that's mid. That's mid. And I'm like,
Oh my
fucking God, dude. And then
They
they
don't
tell you
listen.
you don't know anything. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
that would
No.
be my biggest thing. I know that might be a
Bro.
simple one, but
Back around my way, they're saying 30s are better. I'm like, it's cringy, bro. I'm like, yo, what are y'all talking about? 30s are better. Y'all sound crazy. It's just,
It
and
is
it's new out there in Jersey.
And there's
So
enough
it's
of
like,
they
it.
love it, I bet.
dog.
Dude.
And I've smoked it. It's terrible, bro.
Oh yeah, dude. Everything in Florida,
Nothing's
like I've
impressed me
smoked
yet.
out there, which I'm super excited to try those Preferred Gardens Florida drop. That shit looked
Okay.
like dope. Dave
Okay.
said it was fucking dope.
Yeah, I
trust
trust
him.
his brand. Hell
I
yeah. I
trust
trust his
him.
brand. Hell yeah.
You know,
He built his brand the right way. A brand you
but
can
it's
trust.
cool. We're getting to see again the homies
That's
go to
dope.
another state. We're not watching like Cresco or
Yeah,
whoever
right.
the big guys go play in other states.
Right.
These big corporate guys. You know, you're getting people, Alien Labs Connected going out there.
Oh, yeah.
Preferred going out there. Jungle Boy. I'm not the biggest fan of Jungle Boy's weed, but I
it's
know
cool
they
to
know what
see
they're
him
doing,
out there,
and they're
you know?
going out and they're gonna fucking crush it out
Oh,
there.
they're going to
Cookies
crush
is gonna
it.
crush it out there.
Yeah, Jungle Boys and Cookies are going to own Florida for a while.
And then
But will it be
As good?
California weed?
I don't think
Because
so.
it's a different. No, I don't think so either.
I
Because
think
the
it'll be
humidity
good.
down there is different. They're gonna have to figure all of that out,
See, I think
even
the
though it's
fac-
indoor.
the facilities they have figured out, and that's
Yeah.
that's the thing is it can all stay in the facility perfect. It's just when you open that bag on the back of a truck and it's 95 and 110 humidity.
Yep.
And it just
Right.
we just instantly gets wet. Then
yeah.
that's where the degrade happens, and it can't happen like that. It's like
It sucks.
Like,
that sucks.
going
man.
around places
I know
about
it.
wine. You know, there's only select places in the I know a lot of places in the world that can grow wine
Right.
or produce wine, but
Only a few well.
You
right.
know, like-
exactly.
you know,
Same
Northern
shit.
Cal, you know, from France,
yeah.
Spain,
Like tobacco.
all- yeah,
Tobacco grew in a certain region really well, and they were able to condense that region,
Exactly.
target it, tax it, and
So I think everything, and that's what I can't wait is for like, interstate trade to open up, man. Is when we
Oh,
can
facts,
start
bro.
federal
When I can-
legalization.
when I can sell to another dispensary in Florida. You know,
Right.
like it's like when you order a case of wine, you can order it. Fuck, maybe they'll allow that one day. You can order direct from the farm or something
Yeah.
from a different state.
Mhm.
You know how you can do that because you're not really ordering from the alcohol store like
Right.
here in Carmichael. You're going directly to the winery in Napa or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, that's dope.
So I could see that, you know, and they're starting to kind of do. Like I was at a dinner this past weekend up at the Turp Mansion.
Oh no shit.
The Emerald Kid, Luke up there. Fucking a G. Has a dope property.
Nice.
But he grows everything on site, everything like that. Well, he just got the first farm to consumer license in California.
Oh shit.
So we got to eat dinner on his farm and do transaction sales.
Oh, that's amazing.
And he's working with the Humboldt farmers market thing, I think.
That new law that passed, right?
Yeah, so he gets like
incredible.
a license a month or something. Maybe it is every week or whatever, but he can go sell weed next to people selling corn and carrots at the farmer's market, you know? And he's the first one, 28-year-old kid, dude's fucking crushing it.
Hell
No
yeah.
corporate funds.
Shout out to him.
Good for him.
Dude's a fucking champ. And I
That's
love
dope.
seeing that. I love seeing like younger people too, fucking just,
Yeah, man. Figure it out.
especially
Crush
like
it,
younger hustlers, dude, that are willing like
get in
took the
front of
trick.
an opportunity and take it.
And not Chads and Brads,
Yeah,
like
bro.
you
And
said.
they part of
It's
the culture.
guys
They
up
part of
And
and
they're
that
all
shit,
part
man.
of the culture.
like
man.
you
were
got
just us a
arrested a
couple
gang
years
of
ago, you know
times.
what I'm
You
saying?
spilled days and
Exactly.
tears for this
That's a
shit.
Yeah.
Like
beautiful
you're a
thing,
guy
bro.
that should be in this industry when it does
Yep.
go legal. Like,
Oh yeah, just because you
it-
saw us making,
Yeah.
oh, we got stocks options now. I want to get into that. Man.
Exactly.
Get out of here, bro. Let me
Yep.
have my time for once.
Nah, I'm supposed to be learning that part, not you guys
Yeah.
coming into
Don't
this
come in with
part.
your financing
Like,
degree and
yeah.
stuff. You went to school. We didn't get to go to school. God damn it.
Exactly. We were meeting in parking lots.
Yeah. Yeah, we were going to enrolling into school to take student loans out to paper packs. You know,
Yeah,
like,
I've
fuck
seen
it.
it. I've seen it all,
Oh,
bro.
I've done it all.
Oh
Seen it
yeah.
all. So yo, what's a weird skill or life hack you got for me, or like a life cheat code? I'm a cheat code guy. You got anything for us?
I mean, I don't know.
Or some good game? What's the best
Juggle.
advice somebody ever
King.
gave you?
The best advice ever somebody gave me is find something that you love, but make sure you're at least 30 minutes away from that thing you love, working wise. Reason it being is you get to de-stress. You smoke a joint on your way home from work, and you get to just de-stress. You don't bring that shit home to your family or friends and all that shit. Probably worded it a little better he did, but the
No,
concept
that was
is
great advice.
Makes
you
sense.
know, is fucking
That's a new one. We haven't had that one. That's great.
leave that
advice.
shit at work, dude. Don't bring that shit home, and don't let it affect your friends and family, because
Right.
you only get one of these things we call life.
Yeah, man.
And there's
No,
no
I've,
need
heard,
to-
I've heard leave the work at home, but how you worded it with the 30-minute drive from what the thing
Yep.
you love, and like, yo, that's
No,
I
that's
know about that drive.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
And I live like 30 minutes to Carmichael
From
from
work.
Mainstage.
Yeah.
Pick up to get the 50.
And that's a sweet spot. 30's great.
And I can sit there, I can take a dab, I'm gonna keep my little puff gun, a cup holder, I go home and then
like a
I can
like
look
a
at
gentleman.
my girl and just be like, how's your day? Oh,
Exactly.
that's cool, whatever. But I'm not sitting there just
Nice.
like, this they didn't restock this or some stupid shit or
Yeah.
whatever. I got 42 vape vendors coming in the lobby right now, like
Exactly.
Yep.
like.
Yep, there we go.
You can be present when
Yeah,
you
yeah.
get home, and
And that's the thing, dude. Especially if you have a family and stuff like that, man. And leave that shit out. Just be happy. Smile.
great advice.
Life hack, I don't really have too many. I mean,
No, that could
I
be
love cooking. That's I love to
You
fucking
s-
cook.
you
I think
still
Dish,
love it.
What are you
You-
known for?
You've been loving it since you were a
yeah,
kid.
I've been
like,
loving it.
Yeah.
Man,
Since
dude, I
the
don't really
fucking
know.
melting
Like,
pot.
I love doing like homemade lasagnas.
Because I'll be watching you and your wifey chef it up, man.
Yeah.
And
See, I got like
you guys are fucking
8 different grills in the
incredible.
backyard.
Really?
Yeah, I got
Oh,
like a whole
shit.
pig roaster. I got a
Atta
tomato
boy.
Joe. Got a
Okay.
flat top, a smoker.
like-
Oh, yeah, they
Yeah,
don't fuck
throw
around,
down,
bro.
dude.
yeah, I got a
They do not
propane
fuck around.
and gas grill and propane and eye to cook on out
Hell
there.
yeah.
So yeah, I love make a perfect
Sounds
steak.
like- yeah.
I try to make the
Yeah, you
perfect,
be chefing it up.
perfect ribeye.
There you go.
Like, you know.
I love like smoking meats and shit like that. That's
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice,
that's
man.
nice. That's nice. So, yo, if you could go back to your younger self and give you some game, young Caleb, what would you say?
After the first time you trapped out of the house and got robbed, should have never done that again. And fucking
It's a good one.
don't spend all the money like this money was gonna come in every fucking day of your life.
That's
To save
another
it.
good one.
At least
That's another good one.
Think a little bit about the future.
Yeah, man. But other than that, I feel like, dude, I had a lot of great people to guide me. I was blessed to get, when I moved out here, to get around different like-minded people, but also people that were ahead of me in the game, that leveled
Sure.
up, has almost never, not the same experiences, but similar experiences.
Sure.
Like, maybe they didn't get robbed by a gun or duct taped or whatever, but the homie ran off on all their packs and ran off on all
Sure.
their money. It's the same fucking thing if you're not getting killed or anything.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, that would pretty much be it, man.
That's a good one.
But
That's
it-
good
yeah.
advice. That's
And
good
just stay
advice.
humble.
Stay humble. Now we're going to switch it to weed etiquette. What's your weed pet peeve? What do you hate when somebody does when you smoking or with weed or whatever?
Man, dude, weed etiquette. Fuck, dude.
Does something just get on your fucking nerves? Like, why you do that?
The people that smoke the joint and just the ripping, the constant just inhale.
steaming it?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
that.
Okay, that's a good one. No, that's a
It
good
is
one.
a good one.
That one's not cleaning the rigs properly. That shit gets on my nerves. Like,
Okay.
not cleaning I like a clean
Dirty
dab,
ass,
clean dab,
yeah.
like clean rigs.
You want to taste the? You want to taste what you smoking?
Yeah, man. Fuck, I don't really smoke a lot of people's weed. There's only a few people I smoke weed with that actually like that. I'm gonna smoke. I'll smoke weed with everybody, but I might not be smoking your weed with you.
Right.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like
sure.
you can smoke my weed all day. I know where it's at, where
Yeah,
when it lies. But yeah, just I don't like mid smokers.
Nah, same.
I don't like
same.
mid smokers.
Our
I like
camp-
I like people.
Our
I just
camp-
don't like
yeah.
mid smokers.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right,
Like, if I'm gonna
right.
smoke with you,
Yeah, exactly. Because they're gonna pass you some shit. You're gonna be like, oh,
that and don't tell me like, oh man, this is fire. Like when I like, because everybody's like sold weed and everybody's selling the fire weed,
yeah, the best one,
and it's just like,
the best one.
oh man, I got this fire. You never even seen anything like this. And I'm like, just let me see it, dude. And then it's a big letdown.
Here it is.
Oh,
here it is.
And back in the day, you learn it's so like
Exactly.
brokering, like even like, oh, I know my man's gonna love this. Let me
Yeah.
pick these up before he even gets here. And he looks at him and like, nah. So when I'm sure they're gonna love it or I'm sure they're gonna hate it, they do the opposite anyway.
I
So
hate
it's
baby
like,
switches too.
I stopped.
Bait
I
switches,
just
yeah.
leave it
Yeah,
on.
dude,
the
I hate
You
that.
probably see that a lot as a buyer. They'll show you a nice little sample.
I was just about to say that, dude.
Yeah.
As a buyer, dude, just if you're gonna bring me this weed in, please just make sure that's all. Like,
Yeah,
bring a whole case in and just let me pull one out of it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
yeah,
And if you do, don't bring the weed in and go, trust me, it looks a lot better than this. And it's all like, oh, maybe I had to give some nugs out to the last person before you or something like that. Then just don't show me
Yeah.
that jar then, dude.
yeah,
Come on.
yeah.
Really, be
Yeah.
showing that this pizza's fire, but this is all I got of it.
Right.
Right.
You know,
Out of
like-
100
Do you
people,
wanna
how
bite?
many?
Yeah, you want to buy, yeah.
I mean,
No,
out of
no.
100 people, how many of these do you see?
I mean,
A few.
no, dude, most of them, it's all like, dude, there's so much bunk out there, bro.
He said everybody
Yeah.
comes in with a
Like,
great
there's not many-
sample.
there's a few reps that they know and they come in, but they're the reps that have the shit on the
That are
shelf
reputable.
consistently.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, anybody, I hate that.
Yeah.
So
Especially if I have to deal with it, like, and it happens to me, and then because sometimes I won't be at the shop for like a week because I'll be going to farms sourcing stuff for our white label, like our brand, white label brand or whatever
Right,
it is.
yeah,
And so when I come back, and then the bud tender just lay into me, like, why'd you pick that shit up? That's terrible. That shit's trash. And I'm like, dude, the sample they gave me was fire. That's why I only got 32 of it. But you know, they're like,
yeah.
I can't sell this shit. I'm like, fuck.
Damn. And this is what happens, folks, behind the counter. When you bring your brand in, you gotta come correct. You gotta come
Yeah.
correct.
And just always just make sure to take care of those
So
people.
let me take care of the people for sure. Because that's what we're supposed to be doing for anyway.
Yeah.
Or you're not in it for the right reason. You know what I'm saying? But let's talk about weed, right? I need your three strains. One old school, one of your favorite old school strains. One deserted island strain. You can only smoke this strain for the rest of your life. You're stuck on Gilligan's Island. There's no coming
Oh,
back.
okay.
And one of the new strains you fucking with.
Okay. Fuck, dude. Damn it. All right.
This one stresses people out. Sorry to do this.
All right. So you said my favorite
One
strain?
class-
From back in the
One
day. What's your
classic
classic,
strain
bro?
was-
Like
So I can say my favorite and classic.
this
is
strain
OG
almost
Kush.
describes
Is that
describes you.
classic?
Whatever
OG
you want.
Kush.
Okay.
Doesn't matter
OG
what it
Kush,
is. OG
gas,
Kush. That
straight-
comes up a lot.
The gas is my favorite. Gilligan.
Every day for the rest of your life.
fuck, dude, it'd have to be Skittles.
You are the second or third person that
It'd
said
have to be
that.
Skittles, or
Yeah.
like I could probably do
I think
like
Ted said that.
yeah, it'd have to be Skittles, man.
Okay.
It can't be like some like. I mean, do we get to pick batches? Like it's gotta be.
You get
good-
to pick batches.
I want a
You
good
definitely
batch,
get to pick batches,
I'll take
bro.
a batch from Ted. Fuck it.
All right.
That'll be good Skittles for
Cool.
me. And the newer one that's smoking.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, by far is fucking Triple Lindy.
Triple Indy.
Triple Lindy.
Yeah, these are all great answers. Yeah, I know some people that would agree with that. Hell
Yeah, dude. The Triple Lindy is, and then if it was a specific OG Kush, they'd be Elephant Gross OG Kush all day.
Okay,
Like,
and you can pick,
Okay,
so don't be
perfect.
stingy.
That or
This is your life.
that or the Kushco, the old school, like not the
Okay.
or at least these batches I've had, but like
Right.
you know,
When it was him.
batches that weren't in the facilities.
Yeah,
Those batches.
yeah.
That's what I want.
If you could bring a strain back, what would it be? The one that's just gone, bro. It's
I
out
don't really
there.
see much of
What
it
about
anymore.
Crippy? What about Florida Crippy?
Oh, I mean, it was what is Florida Crippy?
I don't
though,
know.
really?
It
You
was
know
so
what I mean?
good.
Like,
I had it a couple times
But I
when I
feel
was a
like-
kid.
I feel like it was just indoor grown weed or something, you know. And like I know there was a
It was hazy.
It was
It was
definitely
hazy.
with the red hairs,
And it was
stuff.
always wet.
I mean, that's Florida weed, right?
Right.
That and we had the juicy fruit in Florida. That shit was fire. But
Okay.
a weed I'd bring back, man, I'd like to see some good sour.
Wow.
Like some straight like New York
Damn,
diesel
man.
sour, dude.
Thank you, bro.
Like it's been a while since I'm
Making
You
me
touched his
emotional.
heart.
yeah, dude. I
Fucked
got
me up
some
with that one,
I
bro.
got
I
some
ain't seen it
sour the
coming.
other day, and I was like, damn, dude. And I just took a sample from the store.
Any good?
I mean,
It's not coming back, is it?
I don't know.
Not the block work.
No, it's not like it. Like that
man.
was just pure fuel.
I guess
and
our only
sourness.
hope is what's his name? Jay Plant Speaker, and I haven't had that. They say it's
I
good.
hope. I see. Fucking
gonna have-
Really
Ellis
said it's
grows it.
Does he?
I've never had it.
You're gonna have to campaign Ted or something to like.
Somebody got to do
Gotta have
it,
that-
man.
Dedicate a little.
Cut.
Exactly.
We need to go
Find the
like
cut.
we need to go
Exactly.
good pizza podcast through New York and find that cut
Yeah, man. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to take this shit on the road.
and then bring it out.
So, I like to shout out plugs, man. Shout out your favorite plug from back in the day, bro. Who did you the most solid?
Who did me the most solid? That was my main Cali plug, Jesse.
Okay.
Man,
Shout out to Jesse.
I owe him. I
Love
wouldn't
it.
be here today if it wasn't for him.
Facts.
So
Love it.
I'll do anything for that man, dude.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Still cool with him today.
Still cool with him to today.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, because a lot of times guys get out here and
Now
relationships
they fall out.
move, and yeah, nope, sounds like a solid dude.
No, he's good. He's
Happy
like,
for your
He
success.
moved back to Florida and has his family and stuff like that. And he's out the game.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So
Salute.
salute, man.
You got any cool acid or shroom stories for us?
Ooh.
There was shit. Ooh, I feel like you do.
So,
Shit just maybe went crazy, or just a great night, or
Yeah, man. I mean, there's quite a few of them. I would think. I would say that one of the craziest nights I had was I was in Hollywood one of the first times, and I was with a bunch of the people from Cali Coach Farms, like not like the higher up guys, but a lot of their like sales reps and shit,
yeah.
and a bunch of the Karma Squad dudes from like England and shit like that. We were at the Hollywood Roosevelt, and fuck, dude, we ate mushrooms and acid. And we just sat there. We were
man.
smoking, dabbing. It was the night of the Texas USC game. Texas was in town.
Okay.
And so we're all sitting there.
man.
We're all tripping. Like, I'm tripping balls, smoking. I'm drinking and all that shit like that. And this big-ass Texas dude comes out of his room. And he's like, got a cowboy hat on, no shirt, jeans. And he was like,
let's go.
what's up, you young studs? And y'all want to fuck my wife? And I was like, hold on. He goes, man. He goes, she's just looking for a young buck. And I was like, oh, man. I was like, no, bro, we're good. And he goes, well, it smells good over there. And I was like, well, come over and take a dab. He was like, see, I pull out a blowtorch, start heating this dab up. This dude's from like Austin, Texas. Never even seen this, like 55 years old. He was like, what the hell is a dab? I ain't freebasing nothing. And I was like, it's like freebasing marijuana. It's the same thing. We just lower temps. Sit there, dude. He hits it. And this dude just starts like going just country as possible to be. But he just sits down. He starts nodding out. Somebody's like, dude, you need some bumps or whatever. And he was like, oh, fuck yeah, dude. Dude falls face first into the fucking table. Starts snorting it up. And I'm just like smoking a joint. Like, what the fuck is going on right now, dude? He walks out.
What an intro.
Oh, yeah, dude. Walks out and he fucking comes back. Our party goes on. Me and my homie have to go leave because one of our guys, I guess instead of just stopping like we did, he just kept eating the acid. And he's disappeared.
Oh man.
So we're out to 5 a.m. up and down Hollywood. We're driving slow as fuck. 5 a.m. Every boulevard, every alley. We find this dude sitting there looking at a mural in the middle of the alley. And he's like, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And we're like, dude, we've been looking for you. Like, we think it's hours. It could only probably been like 30 minutes or whatever. So we get back there. We get him back in the car. We get back to the hotel, the Roosevelt. And I don't know if you've ever stayed at the Roosevelt.
Yeah.
It's the dopest hotel. Like
Exactly.
in Hollywood, you can get away with everything, or you used to. But we get back there, the lady's laying out on the cabana bed next to my room. She's like fanning herself off with a hat, and she goes, "Well, whatever you gave my husband, I didn't need any of you young bucks."
Oh,
And I was like,
shit.
I'm going to fucking bed, dude. And I'm like, this is too fucking crazy. And then yeah,
Yo, that's the perfect
and
story,
I was like,
man.
fucking Hollywood Roosevelt, dude.
Bro. Oh,
Yeah,
man,
it's
that's
a
the
whole
perfect
vibe.
story.
But yeah, that was a fun one. That
That's
was
the
funny.
perfect story. Wow.
And just all the characters there that were at the whole.
Fuck yeah.
Because it was the Texas USC alumni party.
I didn't see
It was
that
like-
coming. You said, what?
Oh yeah, dude. It was.
Bro.
I didn't see it coming.
Full
This
set,
dude's like
homie.
6'6", dude. Like big old hoss.
Yeah, rich niggas go hard. Bro.
Yeah, dude. They go real hard, bro.
Hard.
Wow.
I've seen 10 times at least someone ask somebody if
right.
someone wants
All
to
right.
fuck in LA.
Oh shit! I'm gonna hit you with some fucking rapid fires and then we'll get the fuck out of here,
Cool.
man. This is fucking great, man. All right, boom. You like to smoke in the hot or the cold?
Prefer cold.
BHO or rosin?
Oh, rosin.
LED or HPS?
Right now HPS.
Living soil or cocoa?
I like cocoa.
Street smarts or book smarts?
Ooh, street smarts.
Beavis or butthead? How old are you?
Butthead.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Butthead. Okay, cool. Batman or Superman?
Man, fuck Superman.
I'm on the same wave. Marvel or DC?
Marvel all day.
Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat?
Ooh, Mortal Kombat.
Good answer. Is using Eddie and Tekken cheating? No, the dude. that
Oh,
does the
using an
capoeira.
Eddie to check? And okay, that was a lot of same words.
Yeah.
I mean,
like syllables.
yeah, I mean, fuck yeah, dude, because you get those little spin kicks going, you can't really stop. It's like using the dude from Street Fighter, Dollar, how the long arm guy.
Dawson.
Oh yeah, dude, that's whatever.
Yeah.
Or Blade, what's the green
Blanca.
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 Yeah.
Or Hondo, he was
Facts.
a cheat code too.
Facts.
I was a Blanca.
Yeah.
Sativa or indica?
Oh man, indicas
All
only.
day. Regular doinks or hash holes?
Fuck, dude, I'm gonna say regular doinks, dude.
Yeah, same. Prop 215 or Prop 64?
Oh, 215.
All day. Football or baseball?
Oh, football.
Bike or skateboard?
If I did one, it would be I mean, I can bike, but I wish I could skateboard. Is that an answer?
No, that's cool. I like that answer. I like that answer.
Like watching skateboarding.
80s or 90s?
I'm gonna say 90s.
NorCal or SoCal?
NorCal.
NY or LA?
I'm gonna have to go LA.
LA. Pizza or tacos?
Damn, dude. Man, I'm gonna go with pizza.
My man. Gelato Runs Terps or OG Gas Terps?
OG gas herbs.
Okay. Wu-Tang or Death Row?
Death Row.
Like a motherfucker. All right.
See, you should have said Outcast for me.
Hey.
Outcast, yeah.
Outcast for me.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Fucking great one.
So, I always like to, before
Hey.
we wrap up, what's up?
For the record, first guy I think in history to not say a both for any answer. Stuck to his gun.
He did, yeah.
He
Oh, I
was
didn't know that was an
able
option.
to make a
Some people
decision.
make their own laws.
Some people
I
was
know.
like,
I was trying to go by your rules, bro.
Appreciate it,
both of those.
I'm on your podcast.
Some people were.
Yeah.
No, I like the conviction.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, because
I respect it.
Pizza and Todd's a tough one.
no, that's cool. So I like to show people like the power of networking and organic relationships. So I like to just share with the crew, how we met, how we built the relationship, and where we at and where we're going. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So like we met, I believe Instagram, right?
Yeah.
Hit you on Instagram. I was vending for a company called Higher Vibrations. You were cool about it. You let me come by, drop off some samples, boom, and then we became friends from there.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And shit like that. Just knew each other from the and hella mutual friends and shit like that.
So that was, I think that was what I like. You come in as the vendor for the first time. Well, how you introduce yourself on Instagram. You didn't just come in. Oh, hey, I got a brand. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
You did the whatever. You interacted,
Yeah.
Right.
and then it was like, hey, I
Talk
do
to
have
like
a
a human.
brand. And then, with some people like that, I can see like it sounds weird, but I can look at followers and it's like, fuck, you got all the same homies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I see that you're actually homies with them.
Yeah.
Right.
So I was like,
Give 'em a shot.
Okay.
yeah.
Give 'em a shot.
And that is a cool way of kind of vetting people, especially with things like Instagram.
Yeah,
is
exactly.
See who the mutuals are and like fuck
And if it's
it.
always, if it's not just the brands, but it's the people
The
behind
people,
the
yeah.
behind the brands, then it's
Yeah.
like, okay, so he actually does know what's up,
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I feel like that, and you like, I think also, and then, because I don't think we've done quite a lot of business together,
No.
but the mutual from the East Coast, we both come from the Prop 215. We both know what
Yeah.
it's like to. I mean, you get it out the concrete jungle, I get it
Oh,
out
yeah.
the mud,
Oh, yeah.
So it's like,
So we had, it was like,
Yeah, there was
We're
like
living parallel lives.
Yeah.
In different corners of the country. You know what I'm
Damn
saying?
For sure.
different
And we're from it.
accents.
We're from the shit. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
And you can smell that shit on somebody. you know?
100%. You know when somebody's
But,
not full of shit.
But yeah, I like to share that because that's how you get to know people organically. That's how you get to build relationships. You know what I'm saying?
100.
So, how can we help you? How can my audience help you? How can we help your agenda? Where you guys going?
How can we support?
next?
How can we
support?
follow?
Follow.
Just keep smoking good pizza. Right?
man.
That's the thing.
That's-
Eat good pizza.
Eat good pizza, smoke good pizza.
Smoke, yeah, man. Just
That's a
keep the
good
culture
message.
alive, dude.
That's right. That's what we're all
Y'all
about.
keep
baby.
bringing it and keep supporting the culture. Keep supporting the people that have helped do all this.
That's
the
right.
Industry.
That's right.
So that's what I think.
That's right, man. I appreciate you coming
Yeah,
through,
yeah, for sure,
spending
man.
your time with us, bro, and bringing some good pizza.
Yeah, for
Shout
sure,
out to
man.
Right.
Dynamo.
Yeah, shout out to
For the
Nomino.
fire
and
pizza.
Whatever it is on 12th Street.
How can people follow you
yeah.
or
yeah.
get a hold of you or follow
Bearded Ginger 710.
Bearded
Boom.
Ginger
Yeah, yeah.
710?
Give my boy a follow.
and the clubs are
Mainstage Sac 916 and there's Mainstage Sac 916 and then there's Mainstage Davis 530.
Yep. So follow, subscribe, look at the menu,
Yeah.
roll
We
out,
deliver.
make it a destination play.
Deliver as well.
Yeah, Mainstage delivers now.
Mhm.
So we go
Oh,
all the
hell
way
yeah.
to El Dorado Hills.
Right.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
official.
we go all the way
Hell
there.
yeah.
So you get access to all our deals, all our promos, everything.
Oh, let's go.
So,
Look
got
at
I
that.
didn't know that.
yeah, we started that.
This guy's so humble. He didn't even tell us that. To the way
yeah.
out. That's beautiful, man. That's good pizza.
It'll be good, man. Fun.
Appreciate it, brother.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, man.
Yep. Thank
So,
you.
yo, check it out, man. Tune in, like, subscribe, hit the website, goodpizza.com. That's good pizza with 3 Z's. We up out of here. Peace, love, good pizza.